really do the iCarly theme song?
2013.
Now we're on.
All right, guys.
Come on.
All right, welcome back to Not Another Serious Podcast. I'm here with Nick Bongiovanni, Nolan Emmy, and our first official YouTube unfiltered guest.
I'm the first guest.
Joey, can Joey finish? It's not about you anymore, even though this whole podcast is about you. So we're here with Joey Gatto from Joey Gatto TV fame, from SDK, from his beautiful music career, and from the hearts of millions. Joey, how are you on this lovely Sunday afternoon?
That was quite an intro. It is definitely the afternoon and not midnight, and I'm great.
And also not Sunday. Just gonna point that one out.
Oh yeah, it's Tuesday. Huh?
It's actually almost Wednesday. What is your background on your phone? Is that code?
Yeah.
Well, we're gonna dive deep into the world of
For
code.
my nerds out there who use Keras as a deep learning framework, it was I'm not even gonna go into
Oh
that.
wow, that's cute. All right, so for those of you who don't know, and for those of you who are listening for the first time, we're gonna take our YouTube buddies and maybe some YouTube people we aren't friends with, and we are going to interview them completely unfiltered. We're gonna ask some very awkward and tough questions, and we hope you're ready for it.
I'm ready.
That's your when I say hope you're ready for it, Joe, you have to.
I actually
respond.
didn't think you were talking to me.
That's what I'm talking to.
All right. So first question: what the fuck is wrong with you?
Thank you.
All right. Okay. So we want to start from the beginning, from little baby Joey. Let's go back to the year 1994.
I was born then.
Okay. So let's talk about you and tell us where Joey Gatto came from.
I think I was born at Overlook Hospital. I was actually born at 9:11 p.m., which I always found strange. I remember when my mom told me that. I was a baby. I was born with hair.
Wow.
Can you give me a more specific instruction
Okay.
for this question?
We don't have to talk about like when you were an infant, but let's
You
talk.
went with I was born.
Okay. All right. Your family growing up. What was your family like?
It was just me and my mom. My mom and I left my dad when we were 2. When I was 2, when my mom was an older age.
You and your mom both 2 years old. Like, we're done here.
And we moved to Morristown. Actually, that's not exactly the timeline, but yeah, we moved to Morristown. I've been in the same apartment complex ever since, sadly. And it was just me, my mom, and my cat Rex, who I got in 2nd grade, who's still kicking. He's old. I think he's gone blind, but he's alive.
Yeah. Well, I guess being alive is better than just like being dead.
That's a good point.
Yeah. Okay. So, how was your relationship like with your mom?
Relationship with my mom's always been really good. She's very personable, and she really loves me, which I'm really thankful for. And it's hard not to appreciate that. It's so obvious. So we've always gotten along really well.
Can we talk about her alter ego?
Her alter ego?
Coco G?
Oh yeah, we can talk.
Yes.
Really should get mad if she knew we were. All right, so back when I was like a real YouTuber, like 2014, it was. You know what was interesting? Like, so I'll give you a more serious answer about me growing up.
Okay.
Mostly because I'm practicing for my college application essays. When I was in, I think I was like 5 or 6. My mom bought me my first camera. It was this green camera that you buy at CVS or whatever, like the equivalent drugstore was back then. And I remember my first video I ever made was an in-sync lip sync video that I made.
So what song?
I don't remember, but I remember my mom and I went to Burger King, and they had in-sync and Backstreet Boys CDs there. And she had to make me pick one. And I said, Mom, I can't. We got both. Which is pretty crazy. And then, I don't know. I remember making videos then. And then my good friend, best friend, Ian, who the Demi Lovato fans out there know who Ian is.
SDK too.
He was a year older than me. So when I was going into high school, I just wanted to hang with Ian. He loved making videos. He was in the TV department. So I just went down there to hang with him, ended up falling in love with it. And my mom, because my mom has like been 100% disabled since I was in elementary school. So she's mostly bedridden most of the time. So the whole YouTube thing was cool because it was like a big part of my life she could enjoy, like from her bedroom.
Right.
And So I think that was like a way for us to connect and do things together. So Coco G is my mom's YouTube channel name. And her way of helping my YouTube career was to go on other people's videos with this alias she had and leave comments about, like, she'd go on other beatboxing videos and be like, this is great and all, but you should check out Joey Gatto's beatboxing videos. Or any hate comments I've ever gotten on any video, she writes like a 3-paragraph essay refuting the hate.
But that's solid marketing. Like, she's going to your target demographic
And free.
and saying you're better than them and making people curious, piquing their curiosity, and having them go watch you.
Yeah, she's the best.
I would agree with that. Joey's mom's a great woman, and she I feel like she's created a somewhat of a positive human being in you. But you have your negatives, and we're gonna get to them with this podcast.
Yeah.
Okay, so school. So you're talking about you in high school, and how'd you said you were involved in, like, I know what was the TV department called at your school? You brought this up numerous times.
It was called WJSB because we had we were like a licensed radio station. I'm actually a licensed radio DJ in the city.
Wow,
Yeah.
that is
Useful.
boring.
Do you have a certificate?
I used to have a little piece of paper that said
Okay.
it.
Where's it
But
now?
it was on the wall of the radio station, so I think it's still there, but I don't know if it's still valid.
Would you consider yourself the most famous person to ever come out of that DJ group thing?
I have no idea.
You are, don't worry.
Who
else went to Morristown? Any famous people? Like, through the whole history.
Nick Vina was the #1 shot putter in the country.
I had no idea that was.
I think he went on to go into the Olympics.
Oh,
Pretty
okay.
cool.
That's cool.
so you were.
The guy who invented Craigslist went to my high school.
Oh, he's way more.
And
famous
he was
than
into
you guys.
WJSV,
Wait.
the broadcast.
So you're not
station.
even the most famous.
And he would donate money sometimes to the station. Which was
You're
really
in
cool.
last. You're not Olympian. You're not Olympian. You didn't invent Craigslist, but you were on press play for a while. So that counts for something.
Frankie Grande did a show with you once.
But yeah, so that we started as just a radio station, then it expanded into a TV station. I used to run, or not, I didn't run it. I was like an executive producer of a show called Colonial Corner, which played once a week during homeroom. Maybe I was an executive producer. I'm just giving credit where credit's due. This kid named Zaji ran it. I was like the
I
number 2.
remember Zaji.
And
Cause
I did that, so I did like the TV part, not really much radio.
How did it feel hitting the big time at such a young age?
The big
You
time?
went to big homeroom radio, TV.
What?
Wait, so it was like, so you know what homeroom is, right? Obviously.
Do I know what homeroom
Yeah.
is?
Did you have that in like Morristown?
We had
Chill, bro.
we used to have homeroom every day, and then after my freshman year, they did like a once a week kind of like study hour where they would get all their announcements in, and all the
Okay.
classes had TVs in it. So we made like a 15-minute show.
Oh,
Okay, so how many people were in Morristown High School?
I have no, like maybe 3,000-4,000. I don't know.
So technically, at that age, you were being seen by a wide audience of people.
I was the video kid in high school. Like
Okay.
people had their thing. Like it was so common to see me in the halls in class, during class, and interviewing people who were going to the bathroom. Like for my
Gotcha.
latest video I was making, it was to the point where if I was in class and a teacher was giving us some like open assignment to do, or we were working together, if I was done, I would say, "Can I go? I have a video project to work on," and I would just leave
Wow.
school, or just go.
They
to
let you
another place.
leave?
They just figured I had a project. Much the video guy I was.
did you go into the bathroom stalls and get to touch yourself? Is that what you
What?
spent your time?
That's what I would spend my
Okay.
time doing.
All right. So high school goes okay. You turn out okay. You don't trip out on too many drugs.
Did
What-
you trip on too many drugs?
No, I never did drugs in high school.
You were religious in high school, right? You were really religious.
Very religious.
Okay. So you go to college, right? You go to SVA. Tell us about your adventures and the only year you spent at SVA in New York
Could
City.
you also explain what SVA is? Because I wouldn't know if I didn't know it.
SVA is the School of Visual Arts. It's an art school in Manhattan. It is an accredited real college. Some people think it's like a certificate program, which would be the New York Film Academy. But it's true. People get it mixed up.
Just throw shots in there.
Shady.
Like, did you just start a war?
Shady.
Anyway,
We'll talk about that later.
SVA is for kids who didn't get into NYU. That's what SVA is.
Well, you got somewhere, Joey, and that's all that matters.
Yeah.
Did
So
you
did
try
you-
out for
yeah.
NYU?
lie. I visited SVA and fell in love. That was like my top choice.
Could you imagine like trying out? Like it's like a try, like like tap dancing, and they're like, "Sorry, you haven't made
That
it."
was part of it.
SVA's down the street.
So go on with your time.
Yeah, so I went to SVA for a year. I was working part-time as a consultant for a social media consultant for YouNow.com. So I like help them with like their social media campaigns and produce videos for them and stuff. And then, you know, in high school, I had a video go kind of viral, and it was called "Shit Teachers Want to Say," and it was all like one-liners about like what teachers are really thinking. And you know, I got that first check for like $1,000.
How many views did it have? If you got
1.4 million.
Wow.
And I was like, oh wow, like that's when I really started like trying.
Yeah.
Then my AdSense got disabled, and then when I went to college, I like started a new channel. I was working at YouNow. You guys introduced me to YouNow. I remember I was making these man on the street videos, and I get this message from Adam on Facebook, and he was like, hey man, like maybe like we could collab or something. Like we saw your Shit Teachers Want to Say video. We're both from Jersey. And I was like, yeah, you guys kind of do like no more bullying videos. And I kind of do like bullying, like making people feel bad on the street. So that's how we met. And I just was hustling on YouNow all the time in college. Like back before they made YouNow like not as easy to grow on, like you could broadcast, you guys know, like right after somebody like famous, like you get on after Casper Lee, like that was like easy 200 subs for your channel.
True.
So I was hustling there. And by the way, like I did not work hard at all in college. I went to 2 film history classes and still got an A. Like it was just one of those classes, you know, like I did the least amount of work possible. Yeah. So you want me to keep going with like how I got here?
Just talk. Just keep talking.
That's what I'm talking about.
Let's put you in a direction. Okay, so
I was gonna go to Jack and Finn next.
Okay, go to Jack and Finn next.
Oh
please.
well. The big
sexy baby boys.
So
what everyone wants to hear right now.
I'm working for YouNow. My boss's name was Adi. Shout out to Adi.
Adi Simon.
We're not even on YouNow. We're on YouTube Live. So
yeah, no disrespect.
Absolute disrespect. So
I was helping them with videos and stuff, and he had always taken care of me. He liked me, and we got along. And I heard Jack and Finn were getting flown out through YouNow, and I was like, all right, I have to capitalize on this situation. So the first time I hear about it, I'm like, yo, D, like, can I like be their chaperone when they come here? Like, I'll get them from the airport and like help them around. He's like, let me think about it. I was like, okay. Next time I come in just for other work, and I'm like, so Adi, like, have you thought about like that whole Jack and Finn thing? He's like, yeah. He's like, I'm not sure what I'm gonna do with that yet. He was like, not like giving me any notion that he was gonna let me do it. So then I brought him a fruit basket, and he liked it, and he didn't say anything. I didn't bring up Jack and Finn. I was just like, hey man, got you this fruit basket out of nowhere. And then eventually he like pulled me aside. It was like a few days before they were coming. He was like, this isn't about you. He's like, you're the cameraman, you're the chauffeur. He's like, I don't want you to use this time to like be on camera.
We're getting emergency flood alert. Emergency flood
We
alert.
literally all just got an emergency flood alert.
Yeah, we all like had the
do that?
same
How do I turn it
exact.
off?
No, you have
Swipe?
to just.
Swipe it.
Is that yours?
So if for anyone listening or watching that, we all just got an emergency flood alert. So moving on, back to Jack and Finn.
Whatever. He eventually, I'm like, yeah, like I'll be like their slave. So they, whatever. It was really just like I've always been about networking.
Yeah.
And so they came out and like we really hit it off. Like we were really like became friends.
Yeah.
And you know, I've said this story before on other platforms. Long story short, like we spent a week together in New York. We got along well, and they ended up convincing Adi to fly me to Florida for playlist. Yeah. And like I went from having like subscribers and like you guys are my only YouTube friends. Damn it, Austin.
Wait, question. Do you remember you passed Adam and Twitter followers that week you were with them? And you're like, yo, I fucking passed you. And you're like throwing down his face. And Adam's like, can't believe Joey passed. Do you remember that all?
It was like 4,000 to 3,000
Okay.
something like that.
I want to talk to you about something before we get to playlist.
Okay.
You hung out with Jack and Finn, and there was the infamous paparazzi video.
How do you get to bring that up, dog?
Oh
Joey
my God.
gets
All right,
for that.
so if you guys are, I'll just touch on this really quickly. So there was nowadays, like you see all the people at the Team 10 house, yada yada yada. There was like this one paparazzi for YouTube back then, and he used to not just be a YouTube paparazzi, he used to be whatever.
Yo,
They
they still bring this up frequently, like to this day.
This paparazzi, dude, the first time you came back. Do you remember walking into our house? We had all flash cameras on
I
you.
do.
So there was this guy named Caesar from 24/7 Paps TV, and there was a video on the
Don't
internet.
give him this promo. Fuck Caesar.
Okay, yeah, fuck him. But anyway, it was pretty funny what he did. They pull up, Jack and Finn pull up to like this New York City hotel. There's like a bunch of girls waiting outside the hotel, and out comes Joey. Runs ahead of Jack and Finn, stands in front of him like the great bodyguard that he is, that he promised the D that he would live up to the expectation. And
please, everyone, search the video on YouTube. It's on there.
it was just a fun video. It was just really fun for
I
us.
thought my career was over after that video. Why? Because, so yeah, I do this awkward cross my arms in front of Jack and Finn thing. It looks so corny. But to be fair, they didn't tell me to do that, but they were like annoyed about him.
Yeah.
So I thought like I was doing them a favor.
Right. No, it's
And so then all the girls are trying to take pictures, and I'm off camera, and someone off camera kicks everybody out, and everyone thought it was me. And I was getting destroyed on Twitter. I never got more than like one interaction a day. I was getting like dozens of tweets saying like, you prevented Jack and Finn's fans from meeting them. Like, you're the devil.
Yeah.
And
I agreed. I tweeted Joey, and I was like, you prevented him.
If you didn't want to get hate, why did you prevent all the fans from meeting him? You
And
know?
now they quit YouTube because of you. Because in that moment, they're like, we can't do this
That
anymore.
was not me.
Jack grew his hair out because of you. All these things happen. Okay, so you go to Jack and Finn with a playlist live, and it's this new YouTube world that you're thrust into. And if I remember correctly, you were the YouNow guy that weekend.
I was.
So you had to carry your
Oh my
phone around,
God.
shove it in people's faces, the big YouTubers, and of course Joey Gatto has no shame at all and does it all.
You know, I got this phone from that weekend.
Really?
That phone right there.
I think it was this one because the new maybe it wasn't, but a D ended up buying me a phone because there was no 4G on the previous model, just 3G, which I think it was true with the 5. Anyway, that was a big benefit from that weekend for me. I got a new iPhone. Plus, I literally like met every youth. I was sitting in line waiting to get behind like Marcus Butler and like Casper Lee, and like I was literally like a week later after doing that, I was sitting at a lunch table with Zoella, Marcus, Alfie, Boyce Avenue was there, Jack and Finn, Troy Sivan was sitting right next to me.
Did he call you thick yet?
He hadn't called me thick yet.
He will. No, he will. Let's get to that.
Troy had 80,000 subscribers at that time. Like he, other than me, was like the baby of the table with subs, and
He's still kind of small now.
What
So
do you have? 300,000?
it's crazy.
I that was my week. I remember coming home from class in college, sitting on my bed and be like, I wonder what Joey's up to right now, and watching him on YouNow. And like him sitting at the convention center just shoving the camera in people's faces.
Yeah, like 11 Gorgeous' face and stuff.
Yeah, I didn't meet them until much later, but
Are you sure?
That's
yeah.
what you think.
No, you definitely met them that weekend.
you proposed to them on camera.
You
Jeff. I
proposed-
remember that?
Yeah, you did.
You showed the camera.
That was them.
That was them.
And they said we
Yo.
have husbands.
Then we have husbands. We're married, engaged, or whatever.
I didn't know that was them.
I think you met Gina from PvP, right? Or Jesse, or one of them.
Yeah, I met Gina. I definitely met Gina.
Pre-breakup?
Pre-breakup.
Pre-breakup Gina, I met.
All right, keep going,
I met
sorry.
Rebecca. Alexa Losi and I actually became like the closest from that weekend. I met. I became cool with Casper. Really, like all the guys who Jack and Finn hung out with. Oh, you know who the nicest guy in the world is? I mean, they're all really nice.
Can I guess?
Yes.
Fun for Louis.
Oh yeah, he is. I was gonna say Mazzy Maz though.
Oh yeah.
Sweetest guy.
He's doing
Um,
things. Okay, so
Probably getting a piercing.
So yeah, so I came home from that trip, like just in like fantasy world, and then Alexa Losi flew out to New York. I had her up. I was like, "Do you want to hang?" Because we had just met, so we hung out. And then Rebecca came out, and then I hung with them, and then like Rebecca and I became friends, and then really from there it was like when I just started like working my way into the YouTube community.
at this point, did you do any hard like drugs with any of the YouTubers? I'm being serious. Like, I want a serious answer.
No, nothing more than like marijuana.
Who did you do marijuana with?
I don't remember.
Could you give us a one name?
No, I really don't remember.
Casper?
He doesn't remember, Nick. He just said he doesn't remember.
Jack, I'm just
So
At
all
this
the
point,
so all
I
the
mean,
tweets were
I know
true.
who I have like in history, but not like at this point.
So all the tweets were true about you being the devil because you smoked the devil's lettuce. That weekend.
Yeah.
I mean, Joey
If I
Caesar
did that
smoked.
weekend,
Well,
maybe.
you probably did. Because when there's Joey, there's drugs. So that's
Come on.
Okay, no,
That's not fair.
I'm kidding. It's not fair most of the time.
They're gonna get hired anyway.
Well, yeah, because they're all your future employers are gonna watch this.
We'll do PG version.
Okay, yeah.
No, it's fine. It's fine.
Okay, we won't.
Okay, so
We weren't gonna.
you go to this first year of college at SBA, and then this whole YouTube thing. You're whining and dining with the Zoellas of the world, the Tyler Oakleys, and you dropped out of college the summer of 2013, right?
Correct.
Why did you drop out of college?
It was a good decision because besides the whole YouTube thing, that college was really expensive. I would have had like $120,000 worth of debt for some stupid film degree that wasn't worth anything. So I'm glad I dropped out. And I think since I was young, I had always wanted to be famous, and I think I needed to get that like out of my system before I got into the real world. But yeah, I dropped out. I had like, I don't know, 50,000 subscribers and thought that I was like some hot shot. But I also thought that school was holding me back from doing it full time. Totally wasn't true, but I did think that.
Yeah.
And I wanted to live like that YouTuber life. I wanted to like eventually probably go out to LA and like hang with all the kids I met. Like I really enjoyed their presence and working with them. So yeah, I just wanted to be a YouTuber. That's what I wanted with my life at that point.
You were. So now you're a YouTuber, and you're making videos. You're collabing with famous people like Alexa Losi, Rebecca Black, Nerber. A lot of big names. I think there was another. Oh, Jack and Finn. You were hanging out with. You were hanging out with Marky Butt. You were
going to the concerts with all of them. Like,
Yeah.
what was the concert? The One
We
Direction.
went to
The One
One
Direction.
Direction concert.
That was a fun.
That was
Joey
for
got
Rebecca's birthday.
That was later though. That was
Oh,
after
okay,
SDK
okay.
started.
That was,
So
yeah, that was wild.
So SDK collab channel comes to you were I would say the creator behind this idea, right?
Maybe. I think. Yeah, I think I don't remember who I started talking to. Oh yeah, Jonah and I definitely started the idea because Jonah tweeted something about missing the collab channel life, and then
Those stupid Americans.
those stupid. Oh my god, I forgot about that.
Let's go to
Who was in that?
Jake Fushi.
Okay,
Unicorns.
Let me preface it real quick. We had a collab channel first before SDK called Those Stupid Americans. It was me, Nick, Nolan, Joey, Justin Escalona, Jake Fushi,
That was it.
and
We wanted Emma Blackery. She rejected. We started reaching out
Oh
to.
yeah, I did email her.
Yeah.
I'm curious of what that email said. Like, hello,
We can
Emma.
find him, maybe. You probably.
I could probably find it.
Don't do it right now.
Find
We'll
it.
do another.
Let's just wait on it and see. Find it right now.
What if she said yes? How different would our lives be?
probably not that different.
What if Ollie White would have joined SDK?
Instead of us, we would have been in it.
That's what we're getting
Danny
to.
and Parr. Keep going.
So SDK is this? It's not SDK yet. It's a collab channel. You and Jonah are like, we're gonna make the next O2L.
Yeah.
So go from there. Tell us the story.
All I can say, I remember I was on a train with Josh Chomick and Josh Sobo. We were going into the city, and I brought it up to the both of them. And we had recently gotten word that Ryan was interested. So it was us three, and we were trying to fill out the group. And once I told them it was like me, Jonah, and Ryan, Sobo was like, yeah, let's do it. Chomick was like, yeah, like I'm in. So that whole day, we're really excited. And then then we got That's So Jack. And that was the channel. Me, Sobo, Jonah, Chomick, That's So Jack.
Hey.
So we're all in a group chat. This lasted for about 3 days. And then Chomick backed out.
What do you say?
Didn't think he had time to commit to it. And when the moment Chomick backed out, Jack backed out. And this was like when Chomick was kind of like a big deal still.
So Chomick was
well,
the-
it's fine, he knows.
So Chomick was the reason. Like Jack's like he's big, but he's not in.
I think-
so. I'm not with
Yeah,
you. No,
This is what it seemed
Chomick
like.
was the ringer.
In my opinion, it sounds like nobody wanted the burden of being the biggest in the group because it kind of like they carried the weight of
And
the
you know
team
what?
on their
Credit
back.
to Ryan because
Ryan's
he
there.
did do that.
Yes.
In all
he
fairness,
was cool with it.
Ryan does love that pressure. I feel like. I feel like Ryan likes.
And
to
he
embraces it.
feeds off of it.
Yeah.
He thrives.
He thrives off the pressure. So then that happened. So then it was just the four of us, and I'll never forget. I was in Iowa visiting family, and I remember I was walking around the local park on the phone with Ryan. I had just gotten word that Ollie White didn't want to be a part of it.
It was that was a tough day.
And we were debating whether the last spot should go to Danny and Edge and Paul Zimmer or Adam Nick. Now,
Yeah, what the fuck, man?
here's the thing. Adam and Nick, good friends, have the twin factor, live in New Jersey. We could see them. They're nice guys. Danny and Paul, much more famous, a little vapid, not the most.
Intelligent? Not this. Yeah.
Nope, you said it.
You literally wanted thick Harry Styles and Paul Zimmer, who, no offense to Paul Zimmer, probably still can't form complete sentences.
Nice
Over us.
guys, but not really like what fit with our group.
Ryan, no,
So-
do you remember? Can I say this real quick? Ryan said the reason he didn't want them is because Ryan asked him, and Paul responded with the text saying, "What size are your Aeropostale jeans?"
Something like that. But I was gonna say something about jeans. He asked.
Give him a laugh track.
What size are your jeans? Danny wants to know. Danny wants to know.
Yeah. So
Yeah.
then I remember we agreed on YouTube, and I think I called you that night.
Yeah.
And what happened on this end?
You called me and you said you both made sure to let me know that Nolan was not in SDK, and me and Nick have to be in the videos because we can't get confused with Man TV.
That was a big thing I remember Ryan saying was like we want to like push because like that was back when Jack and Finn were
Yeah,
the
it was
shit.
twins.
So we were like gotta
So
have
you
the
just
twins.
no one that was hair yet. That was probably the biggest.
That's
reason.
true. Your
That's
fucking
why
hair was
I wasn't
horrendous
invited.
back
You had nice hair.
That's why I wasn't invited.
Isn't that crazy though, Nolan? The reason you weren't in SDK was because you were not born a twin. So
Yeah.
that if we were triplets, you would have been in. But we literally, because you weren't a twin, you weren't on
Is that
SDK.
like the twin version of racism?
Yeah, I was
Yes.
oppressed.
You were oppressed.
No, I'm kidding. Don't take me seriously
Take me
in
serious.
any sense.
For Joey's
But
future
You were like
employers.
in like some weird like YouTube way.
No, but if
Oppressed.
people ask me were you not invited to SDK, it was because I didn't have my hair yet. I was
That's
like
like
a
a weird
fucking egg.
YouTuber social construct you couldn't get around.
Yeah.
Your hair needs to be 2 inches. I don't know.
That's when I decided, you know what,
no.
Nolan, it's time.
He was 6'2", not 6'3". The height requirement for the last seventh member was 6'3".
And you know what? All these years I credited Joey to letting me grow my hair out because he was the first one to suggest maybe you should grow your hair out.
Really?
That was him dropping hints, saying you weren't invited to SDK because you were fucking ugly.
Yeah.
Not ugly. Just
The
from
hair.
here.
Okay. So let's wind this all back in. SDK starts. We got our 6 guys. The internet. We take the internet by storm. July 5th, 2013. Everyone comes over to our house in the backyard and we announce it.
Yeah.
And it's like that. That is a night like as silly as it sounds. That is a night I'll always remember. We had the whole crew there.
Mhm.
Everyone in there, and all of our friends were over, and we did a YouNow. And there's that picture from the YouNow.
Yeah.
With all of us sitting on YouNow. Nolan, you're not
I
included.
was not
You're
invited to that either. I know. I remember that awkward moment. Can I just explain that?
Yeah.
The awkward moment of you guys saying, "I want to take a picture of me," being like, "Okay, I'm gonna go outside."
We're Nolan. And I remember me and Nick were in the middle, but we're like, you know what? Fame over Nolan. So then we pennyboarded around the park that night. It was
You were not pennyboarding. Let's get that straight.
We were riptide boarding.
yeah.
The cool way to
You
do
know
it.
what explain that in, Joe?
It's a knockoff pennyboard.
And we had them, and they were $20, and they were cheap, and they worked fine.
Yeah, I mean, everyone. See, Joey would understand that struggle, but Jack and Finn bought him his penny board.
Oh my God, my daddy's bought me a board. God, let me get on my knees some more for them. Okay, so SDK starts. First SDK video of all time. It's
That
pressure.
was.
How'd that go? How'd that go for you in your Jets
Connor Franta.
room?
I think it went okay. I guess.
What kind of response is that? Just okay?
I don't really know what to say to that. How did the first video go?
Yeah. What'd you think about it?
I mean, in hindsight, they're all pretty cringy, but
Yeah.
at the time, I was satisfied.
How much percent of it went into the decision of you picking Monday because Connor Franta was successfully holding down Mondays on O2L?
I don't think that I think it was because my main channel already posted on Mondays, and I was more into the idea of cross-promoting the channel.
So it was more that Jared LeBarry was holding down Hotwell
Correct.
on Mondays.
Okay, so Jared's holding it down, Joey's holding it down, everyone's holding it down.
Kind of on.
So SDK starts doing pretty well, right? We developed a hardcore audience very quick. So talk about this fleeting YouTube. I wouldn't say fame because it wasn't fame, but this fleeting YouTube success and how SDK started growing.
Yeah, I think we, at least I know I did. I think a little bit of it was in Jonah too. This like, let's be like Tyler the Creator and say F everything to everyone kind of attitude.
Yeah.
Which I think played to our detriment in the long run. But it had an interesting short-term effect where the people who thought that was cool were really into us. We didn't execute it as well as we could have. Like, I just don't think that's who we are, you know, which is why it didn't work out. Like, we didn't really have that Odd Future vibe, but we were like the anti-O2L, right? Like, even though we were exactly like them, at the same time in our own heads, we thought we were like way much cooler and more badass.
Yeah.
I think that's also why you guys. Sorry, I'm not in it. The audience was so like hardcore, but like it wasn't a big audience, but it was a hardcore.
Yeah.
Hardcore. Like when I say hardcore, that's like dimming it down. Like that's like hardcore. Like to the point where like events would stink. Like for every one SDK fan, it would equal like 10 regular fans.
Yeah.
In terms of like passion for.
Yo, we did an 800-person show in New Jersey. That's nuts.
Wait,
That's a
what was it,
lot of
2015?
people. I think
The big
so.
show?
That was like our peak time.
I think no. I remember Playlist Tri-State being the craziest. 2014.
Yes.
And doing we did like 250 in Toronto. Like that's cool. Like that's a lot of people in another country.
We would go to YouTube events and we'd be in the same meetup group with like Andrea Russin, Ari and Rose. And I remember them saying like, why do you get 30,000 views, 20,000 views, yet there's all these people here to meet you? How? Why does this make sense? We did a meetup next to Bethany Moda.
Yeah.
And we had like a similar line to her.
Oh,
and people,
2014, that was
the YouTube event, we were less than a year old. The YouTube event wouldn't get it. And the other YouTubers, they didn't understand. They said, who are these guys?
Mm-hmm.
And it was really cool to kind of be like, we're just these assholes from New Jersey. Like, hello.
Mm-hmm.
And you arguably were one of the most popular members of SDK.
I think you are.
And I feel like you were the, and Ryan probably would debate that you were the leader of SDK in a way. Do you feel like you were also the leader of SDK and kind of like, not the
Not
face, but
publicly.
you don't think so?
I took care of all of the administrative tasks as far as the finances and scheduling the Sundays and recruiting people to be guests on the channel. And, you know, because it was, I think part of that was because I was the one who signed us to Big Frame, so I was the closest with the network and they knew me.
Yeah.
So I think that was a reason I took a leadership role. I don't think I had a leadership role publicly at all.
Yeah. You know when you did have a leadership role? What's that event called in Philly that we did?
Fall Jam.
Yeah. You had a leadership role with that sweet Asian woman in your room.
2013 Fall Jam.
Yeah.
We're gonna talk about that.
Backtrack. I think that
I was like, I know what event you're talking about. What are you gonna reference right now? Nothing really happened. But.
Do you think that leadership role came subconsciously, not subconsciously, but since Connor Franta, I keep going back to the O2L thing, but obviously since I'm being serious. Since Connor Franta was like the Monday and the leader of O2L, since Joey was the Monday, people looked at that subconsciously as, okay, that means that he's the leader.
No.
That he's the face, essentially, like that starts off the week. Because Connor Franta was, I will still argue that Connor Franta was the reason why O2L blew up. Do you think that had anything to do with it, or do you think it's just?
I've never thought about it before.
Okay.
I don't know what to say to that. I'm sorry.
I think
I think that question was so advanced.
Yeah. Good job, Nolan.
Hey, I mean, it comes naturally.
I think Joey's the most charismatic in the group, maybe the most easy to talk to, and maybe that comes across in a video. I don't know. You're just the most. What's the word?
I think that he had the most YouTube connections.
Yeah. No, I don't think that made him the most
No,
popular.
not the most popular, but in a sense, all the Sundays and all it all stemmed from that Jack and Finn interaction that helped him get all these connections with the YouTubers. Also, the fact that Joey's very charismatic and makes friends very easily.
Yeah, like
I've never seen people attached to someone so easily as Joey.
Could you explain the one thing that we used to, I forgot, it was like Playlist Tri-State, where you saw like everyone wanted to be Joey's friend. And there was these huge YouTubers trying to be your friend.
Right,
and you were this small, tiny guy.
All right, so you might not recall this. So me and Joey were at, I forget what playlist. There's so many of them at this point. We were at a playlist. It might have been Playlist Tri-State because you guys weren't there, which I think you guys left early. So me and Joey were hanging out, and we went to I forget whose room it was, but there was a bunch of YouTubers there that were way bigger than us, like all millions, like I'm talking to like all like the Andrew Russett's, like Arden Rosa, all of them, and it was just that whole entire like group of people, and there was probably like 10 to 12 of them all in the room. Joey walks in, I walk in with Joey, but like usually at a YouTube event, like this isn't just calling out one or specific person, but usually at a YouTube event, there's a pecking order, there's a totem pole where it usually goes by subscribers. But for some reason, Joey was almost to the top of that pecking order, and it was because I personally I feel like, and Adam, Nick, and I can vouch for this. We all feel like there's always that pecking order for us because but like for some reason Joey just skips over that totem pole because he is very charismatic. I don't know. I
never.
That's the first time I saw that, and I was like, this is weird. This is like it just happens to be. I don't know. It just happens that people look at you as more of like they just look at you and they're just like, okay, I want to be his friend.
Look, I can't speak. When I would go to YouTube events, I really made a point to not try and film with anybody for like the first year of me doing it, and just befriend people. I used to buy weed, like tons of it, and bring it to events because I would hook all the big YouTubers up and like chill with them and smoke with them and become their friend.
That's genius networking, by the way.
Yeah, it's all about networking. They say to go to playlist, network, and not collab. Networking, that's what Joey did.
I'm not gonna blow this spot up. There's an adult that we all know in this room, and I remember when we were all under 21. I would have hookups for like us to get alcohol. Like he would like go grab it for us. You're all looking at me like, who am I talking about? I'll tell you later.
Tell us now.
We were never under 21 now.
Yeah, me and Nick were always 21.
Oh, I was.
You must have just been like the 1 year, right?
It was a VidCon, I remember.
Okay. Oh,
I'm just saying, like, I always made sure that I had like connections to like party and stuff, which sounds like super fratty, but it definitely worked to my advantage. I tried to just be people's friends. I never tried to like get in their pictures or anything like that, and I guess people acknowledge that, and then just because you have to. Sorry, I don't know how to phrase it. I don't blame some of the bigger YouTubers for being snotty. Sure, most of the small YouTubers or people they meet are trying to suck off of their fame. Like you have to break down a little bit of that wall to get to who they really are. And some people are still snotty and full of themselves.
Yeah.
But some people, once they realize you're not trying to use them, are really nice.
If you had to pick the biggest piece of shit YouTuber that you've met, and if you don't want to answer, you don't have to. But
it's a boring answer, but Sam Pepper for sure.
Why?
He was just generally rude to me, and I'll never forget that he borrowed my phone for like an hour to use the Find My Phone app when he lost his phone, and then the next day he like introduced himself to me like he'd never met me. He wasn't like that drunk the night before. I was just like super put off by that, like as if he didn't even know who I was. And we'd met like multiple times before that.
Good douche.
So I wasn't a fan of him at all.
Your favorite person that you've met through YouTube, and you can't don't say anyone in SDK.
No, I wouldn't do that. Well, another obvious and boring answer that I'm not gonna. Definitely Rebecca. We're still really close. Other great. I mean, there's a lot of great people. Like I said earlier, like Naz is great. Casper was always like really nice to me, and he's a good guy. Jack and Finn, of course, are great guys.
What a nice Love Fest this is. All right, you want to get some serious shit?
Sure.
Okay, so Love Fest, awesome. Joey loves YouTube. He hates Sam Pepper. I feel like that's all pretty like self-explanatory. You know, most people hate sandpaper.
I know it was a really boring answer. I know you wanted to like find out who's like,
Yeah.
a secret piece of
well,
shit.
okay, we're gonna get.
I'll
to,
think
like,
about it though.
Yeah, we're gonna get to some juicy stuff.
Yeah.
So, as a whole, do you consider SDK a failure? Because we literally, when we first started talking about SDK, we were talking about millions of subscribers. We thought we were the next O2L. In a sense, we did have a little rivalry with O2L. We were the new kids on the block, but it never panned out to where SDK got all these subscribers. We made some money. We did some really cool things, but we never reached success where we could really make a living off of it at all. So, was SDK a failure?
I think success is relative and in the eyes of the beholder. So I'll tell you what I gained from SDK I consider successful. I went into YouTube desiring to be famous for whatever reason possible. Great Jonah Green tweet was people want to be famous, but they don't know why they want to be famous. It's really the truest thing on the internet. And it's one thing when you love your craft and you love what you're doing, but that was not SDK. We did not love what we were doing. We were hopping on trends, doing this and that. And I touched on this earlier in the podcast, but I needed to get this out of my system. Like I needed to experience what it was like to walk down the streets in New York and get stopped 3 or 4 times and ask people to ask for my picture in front of my girlfriend, or, you know, have 500 people or 800 people in New Jersey on, you know, scream every word to a comedy song I wrote about Nutella, you know? That was something I wanted. And right now I look at YouTube culture and I am so disgusted and bored by it and so glad I'm not a part of it. So I think we got to the perfect level of getting it out of our system, getting a little bit of taste of a taste of what it's like to be in entertainment and be famous. I'm grateful for it. I mean, a lot of the opportunities I've had music-wise are only because I've had followers, and that's why people will work with me. Like really talented producers who don't normally fuck around with people who've never made music before. So, and same with like this summer research program I did, they asked me to tweet about it in my interview. So like little things like that have still affected my regular life.
What was your tweet?
I just tweeted out like a link to like National Science Foundation programs.
That's nice.
Which I'm like super happy to tweet about.
Yeah,
It was just like a weird,
Yeah.
and I don't think I didn't take it like personally at all.
Did you hashtag
It was-
spawn?
It was funny at the end of the program, not to get off topic, but they were saying that they're going to record everyone's presentations on a webcam. I was like, did you purposefully give like the shittiest suggestion so I would step up and say that I'll do it right? And I said that, and they were like, well, yeah, like part of the reason we accepted you is like to help us with things like this. Like they said that in front of everybody. So what I'm saying is like the YouTube thing has helped in other areas, and I think it was good to get it out of my system.
Cool. Okay, so I agree with what you said about SDK. Like, we did so many things. We traveled across the country. We got paid to sing about Randy Jackson on stage. Like, it's ridiculous, crazy, but we've done something that not a lot of people could say they've done. And I think that's something to be proud of.
We toured the country for free with all of our best friends. Like, how cool is that?
Yeah, like most of our best friends. Like I feel like
at the time. Like,
yeah, but like
that's what it was like.
I guess I understand what you're saying.
You did have you
We
guys
were
had
all
a different
homies.
relationship.
We were all
Different group than I
cool. No, like
No, it's true. We could talk about it. There was like I was the glue. Like
yeah,
at a
you're
lot of
friends
the
with everyone.
times.
You were friends with
There were
everyone.
people in like the East Coast never disliked, but it wasn't like you would hang out in your free time kind of a relationship.
Yeah, it wasn't like we see him every night thing.
Yeah, like
Yeah.
we were always friends with everyone. I would always consider us friends with everyone. I don't think me you were always closer, I guess, and you with our group were closer than like Chomic and Soba were with our group. Like, but we were always boys with them. Like
Of
we were
course.
just closer to certain people. Like, and I think that's what like any group. Like, there was
But
never anything.
I never realized, because I always felt really close to everyone, that there was a disconnect between other members of the group.
Yeah, I mean, I don't think it was that apparent. I mean, I think it was like we're all boys. I think you probably were closest with everyone.
Yeah.
In a weird, like, not
Because I always had to mediate any conflict that existed. Anyone who wanted to leave the channel,
Yeah.
like I had to call
Yeah.
and be like,
I mean, there was never a crazy serious like. I feel like when you think of a YouTube group and there was like you say like a conflict or like there was never like any crazy. But even that, like if that's considered the biggest thing, there was never any that's I feel like
there was never drama.
Yeah, I feel like there was like a lot of if you think of a YouTube group or like anything like a collab channel, it always ends with like this crazy thing, and a lot of the people think like, oh, is SDK over? I feel like the reason why SDK never officially, because there was never a moment where there was a crazy blowout fight for any reason.
Yeah. There was little fights.
There was
Josh and Ryan fought. Like,
but I mean like big blowout fights that
there was a big
potentially
fake fight.
What?
Fake fight. What fake are you talking about? There was
the fake you now.
Oh my god!
Oh
Let's do it. Let's talk about it.
All right,
Ryan and
I know.
this is never been said out loud before. Our big
wait, Ryan would definitely be the one to want to break that.
Should we?
Oh, it's way too late now.
No, okay. So we need to. Yeah, we need to tell the truth.
People now.
It's right to bring up the truth. So let's rewind back when SDK was.
How many people are watching this?
68.
Wow, 68.
Yeah. So
on YouTube,
Can you do this? I have to pee so bad, so please give me a second.
Okay, yeah,
You keep going.
I'm gonna preface it, okay? You can go back and give it. Okay, so
see, they knew it.
yeah, so let's go back to 2015. SDK is like we don't want
about this. This I showed you before.
we don't. Yeah, that's fine. Well, we don't want to make group videos anymore. I mean, we don't want to make individual videos anymore. We're like, you know what? Like, making like diss tracks. Like, we're like, we gotta stir the pot real quick. We gotta start some shit. So I hate y'all. Okay, everyone's freaking out. So, but this is a good thing to forget about.
Yeah,
It's fun. It's fun to look back at now. And I think I realized that SDK were the first masterminds of YouTube. We legitimately played everyone. We played John.
Oh, that was we couldn't have script. We went through it for probably like a half hour at most, and it went so smooth and it looked legit. And this is like, I feel like a lot of people who do fake shit on YouTube, they're just like, fuck it. If people think it's fake, people think it's fake. We were like so anal about it that it looked so real, and if I wasn't a part of it, I would have thought it was real.
Yeah, a lot of people were saying they eventually realized it was fake, which is fine.
Yeah.
Logs. Yeah, we probably did. No, we didn't. If anyone, I know Kate's messing around in the chat, but so let's go back to it's August 4th, I think, 2015. I'm pretty.
No, we had to talk about it before that, though, didn't we? Or did we talk about it that night? Because we had a show in New York that day.
We had a show at Levity Live in New York City. Yeah. Okay. So pretty much what
we did.
Can I preface a little bit? So so SDK knew that they were going from like daily videos to group videos. So in order for that to happen, Jonah was in LA already at this point, and there was a show in New York City that it was a very small show at some little like comedy club-esque place in a mall in what was the mall? Palisades Mall in North Jersey. And it was, it was New York. It was like so the only reason that show happened is to get Jonah a flight out to New Jersey so that there could be like 800 videos filmed in 1 week. So now at that point, after the show, we all go back to Joey's dad's house. And right, it was your dad's house.
Yeah,
right? It was your dad's house. And yeah, so take it away.
Joey, right, your dad's house, and it's that night before the UNAP. Do you remember exactly?
No, it was that night.
I don't
we did that night.
Before the UNAP, right before the UNAP. Like I mean that night, and then.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I mean, basically, we just to like cause some shit.
No, because all right, here's what I think.
You tell. I don't remember.
No one probably knows the best. I'm gonna say something, and then you go
okay.
Crazy tangent because I know you know this. We were looking for a reason to transition from daily videos to videos.
Yep.
But we didn't want to do it in a way where it was like boring. I think we wanted to cause some crazy shit, right?
Yeah.
So we did.
It was pretty much to essentially the goal was to make everyone think that the only way for SDK to continue is for everyone to do group videos. So people wanted to think that the whole goal was for people to think that we hate each other so much that the only way that because these individual videos were tearing the group apart, and the only way to glue it back together was to do group videos. I mean, essentially, it was a good idea. So what happened was, if you weren't there, we were in a U now. It was me, Chomik, Jimmy, and Eric. And we were in a room. We were in Joey's dad's house. It was upstairs. It was like one room. So we said that we were doing a UNOW during SDK meeting, a serious SDK meeting that no one could be in there except SDK. Another Nolan excluded.
No, even the fake meetings, no one's not allowed.
So midway through our UNOW, like 10 minutes into UNOW, which was super weird. I think this was one of like the flaws in it. I haven't known at that point in like 2 months. So anyway, so we're in this room just randomly. 10 minutes in, all of a sudden, the group bashes into the room and goes.
It was only 3 of them. It was
Sobo, Jonah, and Ryan. It was Ryan.
People thought it was Joey. It was Ryan.
It was Ryan. People thought it was Joey. Even you thought it was Joey.
Wait,
so it was Ryan, Sobo, and Jonah. And Jonah came in and was like, dude, I think we should just fucking end it. And Sobo goes, I don't know. And Ryan goes, Nolan, what do you think? Should we just fucking end this right now? And as this happens, I end the chat and close the computer.
Oh, no.
Yeah, and then Ryan was like, no. And it ends. Everyone thought Ryan was Joey. So they were like, so everyone essentially thought that SDK was ending, and SDK came on black for like 2 weeks, right?
No, it was like 4 or 5 days.
Oh, okay.
It was quick.
Quick, I gotta tell you something. Taylor said I drove an hour for a push. She thought the show was real.
No.
No idea.
We didn't think of the idea until after the show, so it wasn't the whole point. We knew that SDK was going to group videos. But the reason the show happened is so Jonah can come out to film group videos, but we didn't know how it was going to happen.
We scammed everyone. That's what it comes down to. SDK literally was the first scammers because we were more relevant after. We got so many views on those group videos because we started this little, are they ending? No, but we have to support harder than ever. I'm sorry if we scammed you guys.
Hashtag I choose SDK.
I'm not sorry. Think of all these YouTubers are like, yeah, I got hacked and like I unfollowed everybody, but everything else stayed the same.
Question: if there's any SDK fans right now out there that want to, like, they know people will enjoy this because this is a big juicy detail in the history of SDK. Tweet your friends. This is important.
We should make a video about this in full on SDK.
Yeah, we should.
And just be like, we
should
lied.
see if we could find that broadcast. Or like,
no, I delete. That was another part of it. Everything, even until like 30 minutes after the whole broadcast ended, everything was manipulative. I deleted the broadcast, especially like 5 minutes after I left it up, so that at least one person. As soon as we saw one person got the video, I deleted it.
Wow.
It was so. Oh my god! It was so manipulative.
Yo, another thing that we also did, and Joey said before, there was this disconnect. SDK, we could, like, the thing is, we, outside of a few of us, like we would see Sobo maybe in Chomuk once a month, right? We'd go to, we'd maybe, there's times we saw them every week, but we'd go to Buffalo Wild Wings. But when we all got together, it was like we never left. Like we were so close when we were together. It was just we all had different lives outside of it. We wouldn't see you for months at a time.
Last time we saw you was when we moved.
I was here.
I didn't know you before that. I was talking to my mom. She's like, "When was the last time you saw Joey?"
You were busy with we were last time we saw you. We received your dad's wake, and then we didn't see you until last week.
No. What? We about moved at his dad's house.
That was still a week after.
It was 2 weeks after, right?
Okay,
time on
doesn't matter.
It's okay. So let's reel this one back in. So wait, but like
Oh, I wanted to say also with that whole fake thing. Do you remember? Even people like I see Russo writing in the chat right now,
man.
like Russo, Matt Misfit, they'd be like, "Yo, was that?" I'd be like, "Yeah, yo, like we didn't tell anybody." Like all the other YouTubers, we were like, "Yo, like we really like."
We played Big Brother with YouTube, and we won Big Brother. We did the ultimate fake prank because here's the thing: people suspected that it was fake, but at the end of the day, nobody was like convinced. We had so many people fooled. I think. Slight pat in the back.
Beast Coast as a whole gets a high five for that one. That was not just
that
Eric, Jimmy.
Eric, I remember his face. Like that was just a beautifully concocted by all of us, and we appreciate you guys for being such good sports about it. So SDK does these group videos, but let's talk about. Then time goes on. SDK, I guess we stop posting videos. We all, in our own way, like do YouTube in a different way. Now, as for you. You really started to transition outside of YouTube into going back to school. How did this happen? How did you go from loving YouTube 1 second, chasing fame, to saying, you know what, this isn't stable. I don't want this. Like, how did that come about?
I was pretty dumb when I was a YouTuber. I was dating this girl and. She was really smart, and we've been dating since high school. We were together for like 5 or 6 years, with like a gap here in between. It just started to get to this point where, like, all I wanted was to be famous, and she, I didn't read books. I wasn't in school. all I knew about or cared about was YouTube and making videos. And I think, we lasted a long time because it started out when we were so young and we knew each other so well. But it got to a point where she realized like we were really like pursuing just different lives, and she kind of gave me like um, a bit of an ultimatum where she told me like if it wasn't like, it sounds messed up, but she was upset that not that I wasn't smart, but that I had never made an attempt to like take interest in her interests, which were more intellectual pursuits. Um, it came off when it happened to me as like, oh, you're dumb, but that's because I was dumb and wasn't able to understand where she was coming from. So she was getting tutored by some guy who like asked her out, and they had this long conversation about like economics or something, and then she like realized like what like other guys are like who aren't like YouTubers, and it like freaked her out, and like she almost left me. So I decided that I was gonna like make like a strong effort towards doing things that she likes, and I remember I had this moment where I made a joke about having a financially stable girlfriend, and she got really upset, like out of nowhere. And I was like, "What's wrong with you?" Like it was a joke, and she like started crying. And she's like, "I'm so afraid that like we'll get married, and like if your YouTube career and entertainment career didn't work, that like I would have to do everything." And like after being together for 6 years,
Yeah.
like, you have conversations like that.
Yeah.
And I remember that being like a moment that really stuck with me. And I was like, you know what, like that's not invalid. So I enrolled in school really for her. I picked computer science, not because I loved it, but just because it was the most in-demand degree. And I ended up really liking it, but it all stemmed from her, me doing it for her.
Wow. So do you consider yourself, like when you say, well, at this point you were doing it for her, do you feel like she was changing who you were, or were you changing for you?
For a while, I thought I was changing for her. But now her and I have been apart for over a year now.
Yeah.
And nothing about me has changed. And there are times when I think, like, man, like if I would have just stuck with it and like went out to LA and collabed, like I probably could have made a lot of money. But I also don't think I want to die being remembered as like the guy who was a YouTuber. Like I want to invent something. Like I want to help people. Like YouTubers don't do that. Like making like little girls smile for 3 minutes a week is not like on my life goal. Like sorry, but
Jake Paul
there are
different.
there are bigger and more important things that I know I can achieve, and YouTube would have given me money, but that's it. So I'm glad what happened. I think she just sped up the process. I think I would have woke up 5 or 6 years from now with this revelation that this shit's not going to last forever,
right,
that this is a young person's game, and that it wasn't for me. And it's like all the entertainers and actors, or a lot of them, they end up really depressed and sad. And I feel like I could have seen myself totally going down that route.
So are you right now, like in this moment, like now, or would you consider yourself happier than when you were on YouTube?
I don't know, because I truly believe ignorance is bliss.
Yeah.
I didn't know anything. I remember asking when I first saw my girlfriend at the time. I remember I was starting to read this book about economics, like right when this whole thing happened about me trying to like read things that she was interested in. I didn't even know what capital was, like having capital to invest. Yeah. I didn't know what that meant. I didn't know what socialism meant. I didn't know what capitalism meant. Like really basic like facts about our economy were like completely foreign to me.
Yeah. So
like I'm just giving you perspective as to like how empty my mind was
right.
to anything that wasn't YouTube. So I'm definitely happy now, but for a while I was happy then. I was also bored then, though. Yeah. I feel constantly challenged, and like I'm learning all the time now, and I really enjoy that.
Cool.
That's great. We're glad to hear that you found a new passion in life, my friend.
Yeah.
All right, so where are we going next?
No, I think that it's good that you went this route. Like, and I don't mean you have discussions about this all the time, but like, I find myself negatively judging YouTubers a lot. And maybe it's because YouTube has changed, but I feel like some of these people who have maybe a few 100,000 subscribers and move out to LA, or some of these people who have 1 million and get 20,000 views a video, or I don't know. I just feel like you need a backup, and not only a backup, but you need to work in other ways to make money. I think all these YouTubers think this is gonna last forever. This is something I think that has been influenced by you a ton because we talk about it so much. Like how judging YouTubers in a negative light.
Yeah, I definitely worry about some of the people. Some of the people I know will be fine. I don't know. Don't you ever like somebody who's known for making vlogs where like they throw pies at each other? I don't know. I'm not calling anybody out in particular.
No, yeah.
But like what? It's not even a matter of like if you're gonna be able to support yourself in the future, but like what are you going to do? Like you're known for doing challenge videos. Like that's your talent. And like there's gonna come a time when you're too old. No one's gonna want to watch that. Like maybe you'll have millions of dollars saved up, and that's great. But like what
Talent you have?
yeah, like what are you gonna do with the rest of your life? Like it just
yeah.
sounds boring. Like I feel like you would still start over whether you're I don't know.
I think that a lot. I think that's what stresses me out about YouTube a lot. Like seeing all these successful YouTubers, but at the same time, like there's a difference between the people you're talking about, like the vloggers who are just vlogging and doing crazy stuff, and compared to the people who are in LA. Like I always looked at the people in LA as like, why the fuck would you go? Like, what are you gonna, like, what is YouTube gonna be? But seeing a bunch of YouTubers kind of successfully like getting acting gigs together, but I think what stresses me out the most is how some of them spend their money. Like,
oh my god,
when like if I was like, I mean, yeah, just for an example, like RiceGum, not even like calling anyone out, but this is just an example. Like RiceGum, I know he has a lot of money, whatever. RiceGum, FaZe Banks, like all these people, like they have this house, and it like came at like the house is a ridiculous amount of money for
it's like $40,000 a month.
40,000 a month for like a 13 bathroom like apartment. It's ridiculous. And at this point, like it's like, okay, cool. Like if like it's, but YouTube culture has become all about like flexing your money, like just flexing on people. And I feel like if I was in that situation, I would like, you don't know what can happen tomorrow, and especially with YouTube, ups and downs, how much they change the algorithm, all this crazy shit that is so much more complex than just like they can wake up tomorrow, have getting no views at all, and they just spent all their money on a 13 bathroom apartment. Whereas if they saved it, invested in it, like owned real estate, like there's so many options. I don't know. I just feel like that's where I think logically, I guess, because a lot of these people did drop out of and didn't go to school. Whereas all of us sitting at the table, I know Adam's not sitting here right now, but all of us sitting here, we all went to college and we understand that aspect of life.
Yeah.
And I don't know.
It's like you respect the people like who have the side hustle, and like are creating a business or something that sustains themselves.
Mm-hmm.
But it's the YouTubers who are really, it's the vloggers, because I know from personal experience and from having friends in the business that the acting gigs they get are not because they're actors or talented actors. It's because they have followers and they'll tweet about whatever movie they're in.
Exactly.
That doesn't last forever. That's not, you don't want to be that actor. And I'll tell you what, a lot of these people do not have what it takes to act professionally. And that concerns me. So when your talent is being personable and being pretty, I think there is like a serious timeline for your entertainment career, because when there's no really like raw acting talent, like you're gonna run out of jobs. But besides that, like I don't really like. I used to knock YouTubers a lot.
Yeah,
it's fine if you're a YouTuber. I just think personally, like after a long time of doing it and with that kind of content, it sounds like it would be so boring.
Yeah.
Doing the same thing over and over again. I don't care how much money you make.
Yeah.
Money does not make people happy. It does.
Yeah, I think
once you're making like $1,000 a year, like like what more do you really need? Like how much happier can you get?
Yeah, I mean, I'm not even concerned about like it's their money; they can spend it however they want. Like they can go and literally take every dime that they and spend it on a yacht or a private island. But like at the end of the day, it stresses me out because I'm like, yo, they're gonna wake up one day, and this is their burden. This isn't my burden, but they're gonna wake up one day in the future and be like, yo, what if I saved all that money from when I was younger? Because it's destined to happen. There's gonna be a few of them that end up unsuccessful. They're gonna end up when they're 40 years old, looking back and being like, holy shit, I was a millionaire at 18 years old, and now I'm broke. You know what I mean?
Here's the thing, right? Like, how many famous actors, like in the, you guys remember All That?
Yeah.
There's like people from All That that are real estate agents now. Like, you could be a child star, famous in your teens, and then that shit can go away. Like, I don't think these kids envision that. They see like, oh, this is gonna last forever. Nobody's gonna want to watch like a Jake Paul's a bad example because that kid's fucking filthy rich. But let's say a Jake Paul like YouTuber who does similar things who gets less views. Nobody's gonna want to watch a 30-year-old to do that. No one.
Well, also, I think that there's YouTube. The scary thing about it is, and the reason I feel personally like with YouTube in general is that there's no standard. There's you can't look at like trials and like that happened before. Like look at like if you look at Hollywood or going out acting, any job or any market, there's examples. There's hundreds of years of history of people who have succeeded. YouTube is so new. It's an infant in comparison to other platforms. And you can't look at someone like YouTube has only been around for so many years and it's constantly changing. You can't, someone like say, like someone who's a millionaire now can't be like, well, look at this person who was on YouTube 40 years ago. And that's what they ended up doing. That's what they ended up doing when they're 40 years down the road. This is where their path went. So my path can go the same way. They don't know. We don't know where YouTube's going. We can wake up tomorrow and YouTube is a totally different YouTube than it was yesterday. So I feel like that's what the scariest part about it is. And I feel like it's just.
Sorry, no one.
Also, I think the thing that's the most upsetting to me is this whole follow your dreams, you can do anything fucking attitude that YouTubers preach. That is such bullshit.
Yeah.
Not everyone is cut out for everything, and that's okay. Like, I don't know. Like, I think Bo Burnham said it the best. He's like, Taylor Swift telling teenagers to follow their dreams is like a lottery winner, like telling people to go buy a bunch of scratch
sink all their assets and
like really, like you are hitting. What happens if I'm not you nowing and a D isn't watching and I didn't say where I lived and they didn't contact me and I didn't beg to meet Jack and Finn and they don't fly Jack and Finn out. Jack and Finn end up not liking me. Like, that's it. None of us are here.
I think here's the thing. I think at even our level of popularity, it's so fucking, sorry for spitting, it's so fucking lucky, right? Like, we got lucky in what we did. Because there's probably kids who did similar content that just didn't get the breaks.
Oh, yeah.
We got our breaks. We started on YouNow and somehow it all worked out. There's people out there that probably grind and still don't get that break.
Yeah, no, it's so much luck goes into this business. Like an incredible amount of luck. So when you tell kids, like, drop what you're doing and follow your passion, like, your passion isn't, first of all, young kids, you might change what your passion is a million times. My passion was once video maker and then musician, and now I want to be a machine learning researcher when I grow up. Like, I want to be a professor at a research university. That's my passion. And I love making music. I'm still going to do it, but things change, you know? So to give up like really valuable time and tons of money for this stuff is just, it's sickening when I see YouTubers preaching that. Like, you can do anything you want. Like, you can be just like me. Like, no. Like, it's really like hitting the lottery.
Like, Jake Paul's in a novel. And
also, you have to be like, relative. No, thank you. Like, I'm sorry, but there is such a big looks factor in YouTube. And it's going to be even more discouraging for kids who don't have certain assets to make it. And how do we kick this Kevin Smith kid out with all this
I see that
shit? Like, why can we not remove him? Like, you're a fucking idiot, dude.
This is not mine. I'm not on the fucking Nick might have to do it.
We might
So
have-
okay, so let's go back to this, and this is something I agree with very deeply. YouTube is such a fleeting thing. Like you're not just gonna be. I'm gonna be a YouTuber today. I'm gonna be successful.
it's not fleeting. That's the wrong word. I think it's like fleeting means it's going away.
Well, it's not going away, but Nick, how many people are saying that how tough it is to make money?
Oh,
AdSense?
that's going down.
Yeah, exactly.
Yo, go remove this kid, Kevin
No,
Smith.
could you see if you could delete someone?
Yeah.
Yeah, he's like making a causing a ruckus. I just think that a lot of people put all their eggs in the YouTube basket when you should spread your eggs out. They could go everywhere.
Well, you don't know. Like, listen, you don't know. Hopefully, these Hollywood kids that we're speaking of, right, have some sort of financial advisors helping them out. Like, if they're making money now, let's pray that they're spending. The ones who are on the bubble and aren't making $10 to $20 million a year are doing something to protect it. Now, are there some that aren't? I'm sure. Of course, there are. Well, let's hope that they wake up tomorrow and say, "Yeah, I'm gonna spend the $100,000 I made last year wisely." No, no.
Yeah, I don't know. I'm just like I guess I'm trying to be more practical than I was 3 years ago, and which is I hope I think it means I'm growing as a person, but we don't know. So okay, so you talked about your previous relationship, right? You pretty much covered all of that.
Yeah.
We talked about YouTube, how you feel about people and full-time YouTubers and part-time YouTubers and people who stop YouTubing. Now, there was a relationship you had with a YouTuber that not many people know
I
about.
think people kind of know. Hardcore SDK people know.
I
right?
think people definitely suspected it.
Yeah, well, at the time, but it wasn't.
Do you want
long
to
ago.
say it?
No,
Could you say that you have no bad blood with the person at all, right?
No, we actually talked yesterday.
What?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Could you say it real quick or no?
Um,
Just like
what we talked about?
what? No, just like how's the weather conversation?
No.
What?
Let's start from the beginning. We're jumping way too
I
ahead.
was on this conversation yesterday.
No, let's
Fine,
start
we'll get
There's
to
like
there.
one message. You
Oh, okay.
I haven't responded.
Oh,
to
cool.
the other message.
Okay.
Okay, so let's go back to the front. You dated someone. It
I'm
was
taking this.
end of 2013, early 2014, and you go on Google Hangout with a certain group of people. You want to start there?
Can we just say who it was?
Yeah,
and
just
then
say it
move
was.
on?
Yeah.
It was Sam Faz.
Did you guys official?
Gasp. Are we official?
Were
I
you
mean,
official? Not now.
I know.
I think those those
Yeah?
onesie pictures definitely.
That's what we messaged about when I was cleaning out my dad's house. I sent her the picture of I found the onesie, and I was like, "Yo, like, that's really funny."
Look.
So yeah, like when Ryan and Orion were dating, I was also dating Sam. And then for like, I used to get on a 15-hour bus. I used to go to Chinatown in Manhattan. It was $50 to get on the bus to Atlanta, and I would go to Atlanta and I would hang there for like. That was when you guys like never saw me because I spent all my free
Yes.
time there.
We missed Joey for like 3-4 months where he was just not around because he was all about Sam Faz. I looked over and I just think heard the popcorn. What's the word? Like, what is popcorn moving around in there, Austin? What's the word? I don't know.
Rustling?
Maybe.
All right. Well,
I
so
don't know.
how was it? Like a bad breakup, good breakup, friendship,
It
mutual?
wasn't a good breakup.
Well, let him answer.
No, we had some differences at the end.
You don't want to get into
Nothing
it.
bad happened, but like,
Maybe like, if you don't want to get into it, we're gonna ask. Do you want to get into it? You can say yes or no.
I mean specifics. No, it was just like there was just a gap.
Year.
I don't know how to explain it without saying exactly what happened.
Okay,
and
then
I
go.
don't really feel like saying exactly what happened.
Okay, that's fine.
But no, we're cool. Like it wasn't like cheating or anything.
No.
It was just like
The ones didn't fit. Yeah.
Except the one picture at playlist.
oh yeah,
Can I talk about that?
sure.
So after Joey and Sam Faz like parted ways, this was like a year after Joey started dating the ex we were talking about before, and he started dating her again. And we were at playlist, and it was me and Joey, and we were walking into like the YouTuber party. And we're still all like Adam, Nick, and I. We're still cool with Sam Faz. We're all cool with her. But there was the photographer of Playlist Live like wanted to take a picture, like a group picture of all of us, because we were just like, oh, like, hey, how's it going? So we are kind of taking the picture, and as he was about to snap the picture, Joey turned and like pretended to be walking away, and just snapped the picture, and that was it, because he just didn't want people to think that he was actually like still, or like he didn't want his girlfriend was
Ex.
his current at the time girlfriend to think that he was like talking to
They
her.
thought it was funny. I ruined the picture by pretending to.
Did that get posted?
Like it was
No,
like
it didn't get
like he was literally posing, and the last second he goes. It was so.
Let's fill Ryan in. So Ryan, so far
We had some crazy shit.
we've revealed that the SDK fight on you now is fake, and that I dated Sam Faz while you dated Orion.
We've been on for over probably almost 2 hours, but Ryan, you're gonna get your chance to speak when you come on the show to talk about the big SDK fight, which was masterfully done. Now, so let's round this up a little bit. Joey, we're talking about you and YouTubers, you and Sam Faz. Now let's get on to Joey's sexcapades.
Yeah.
With different YouTubers.
Oh my god.
True or false? You've had sex with numerous YouTubers.
Yeah.
Just,
Oh, well,
come
sorry.
on.
I didn't mean to answer.
Yeah.
Okay, so is there any possible way we could give them one name of a YouTuber you've hooked up with? You could, if you want to do made out, that's fine. But I think there's one person that probably wouldn't get offended.
Faz.
You didn't have sex with Sam Faz?
No, but you said.
Way to throw that in there.
If anything, that's a
Yeah,
respect thing.
Would you want to say these names? Because I'm up for you.
Is there anyone you hogged out?
Hog was me, but I feel like the first time I heard somebody go like a big hog was Ryan. So Ryan, shout out to you.
Okay, let's talk about this. I'm gonna ask you a question. How many YouTubers with over $1 million have you hooked up with? I can think of 3 in my head.
Mill.
Yeah.
And one of them was not
one-
Nerber. Just letting you know.
Nerber.
A mill on what? Total
On
on YouTube?
YouTube.
I can think of 2.
Well, I could probably think of one on Instant too. No, I don't know if that girl is.
No. People are saying Rebecca. Could you clear this up, please?
Oh, I've never done anything with Rebecca ever.
They've watched Lemonade Mountain.
No, it really.
No,
I swear to God.
you-
That's all you did. I said you watched Lemonade
No,
Mountain.
I know. I'm just saying.
No, I mean they're cool.
Okay, so let's give us one name.
Good guess though.
Give us one name though, Joey. Come on. Just one
Can
name.
you? Yeah, you can. I can see this.
If for those listening on SoundCloud, if anyone does, Joey literally put his mouth in like a formation and stopped.
Oh well, one had a million on Vine.
Yeah, say
Did
that.
you say that one or no? I don't know. If you.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I know 2 of them had 1 million on Vine and
Same
2 had
old-
1 million on YouTube.
So you had 4 million subscribers that you
This
were.
is what I mean about Joey and like skipping the totem pole.
That's why. This is.
I'm actually kind of like
Nervous?
thinking about.
All right, Joey. Who of them's gonna watch? Let's play this game. Who's gonna watch them for? Nobody.
All right,
Maybe
one of them. Two of them are in relationships with people. Well, one I don't really know, but one like I know. So
We don't-
like
let's
I
not
don't
go
want to
there.
be like talking about it. Like
Then
that's
don't.
so fucked
Let's
up.
not go there.
No, we don't.
Okay.
We don't have to go to that
One is still like my good friend, and then one like I don't really care about, but like is also the least exciting one.
Could you say the least exciting?
You
one?
whispered in my ear.
I don't know what you're talking about.
You're gonna hear it on the mic.
I want you to say that one. I think what he just whispered in my ear is
He knows.
No, this is so fucked
No,
up.
it isn't messed up because sex is a part of life. Everyone
God,
has
no,
it.
it wasn't fucking Chloe. She's like 10.
Oh my god.
So
Oh
no,
my
let's not read the chat. Let's not. We'll answer questions later. Let's not go into the chat now.
All right,
Make
Joe.
sure that
Who was
let's
it?
stick to
I
the
go through
chat.
it.
Let's
She's
come
like
back to
10,
this.
he said.
No,
let's stay on
Let's come back
this.
to this.
Joe,
We'll come back to it when we ask him about later when we do the segment of the YouTubers.
I just want one name. I don't think we should leave because I feel like that's
It's never coming back.
It's never coming
It
back.
will come
I
back.
think
No,
they should come
because-
back.
Because
We have the list
But if
later.
we say the list, he's not gonna be like,
I
"Oh, I
think
fucked that
that's-
Oh,
show."
we will.
I think we should come back.
Okay, fine.
Okay, so you're gonna
Who
be
is Nicole?
You won, Joey.
you're gonna be you won for now.
Oh, you know
Um,
Nicole Scherzinger?
Let's
Is that a person?
Yeah.
She was a pussycat doll.
How?
all right. So let's go to drugs. I feel like
Do you
drugs.
have a list here of?
No.
No.
Stop looking at my stuff.
Yeah,
This
you
is a mess.
purposely
This whole
said-
podcast is a mess. Let's go to drugs.
Now it's gonna be obvious. All right, drugs.
Drugs. Okay, so you're the first person to ever get me to smoke weed. You
You guys make it sound like I'm this crazy drug addict.
let me
He
describe.
held me down and forced marijuana down my nose.
Let's give a little history of you with drugs. But first, I never smoked weed. I would say there was how many times? How many times do you think you tried to get me to smoke weed before I finally gave it?
I don't know, like once a month.
I don't think it was as many times. I think it was just for 3 years straight.
Yeah, it was just constant. So eventually, Joey got me to smoke weed. But now let's travel back into Joey's college days. What was the craziest drug you've ever done?
Probably acid.
That's my great story. It involves Harry Styles, so I think we should go into the story.
You saw the post.
No, that was mushrooms with Harry Styles.
You did mushrooms with Harry Styles.
I did. Basically, the night I did mushrooms, there was just a moment. So like, there's like the girls' dorm across the hall who they had a cardboard cutout of Harry Styles, and I just remember walking in there super fucked up, and I was like, "What is he doing?" It took me like a minute to go, "Oh, okay, never mind."
What about New Year's Eve? You were fucking throwing Oreos at a wall, licking your lips every 3 seconds. It was so strange.
No, okay.
I could never be president.
Well, delete it if you're on.
Yeah, if you run for office, because obviously you'll be a hardcore conservative Republican.
Yes.
Okay, so
Mike
no.
Pence and I will be running.
So
Mike.
Joey, I'm not gonna say the drug. I don't even think he was on drugs. I think it was just water. I was drinking a lot of water that night. But Joey was in
Molly
a full
Molly water.
You drink a lot of Molly water. Now Joey was in a full suit. He was in a full suit, and he was drinking a lot of the Molly water. And I'll never forget the bottom of his feet were the most dirty black things I've ever seen.
He wasn't wearing socks.
He was not wearing socks. They were dirty. He was eating Oreos about 5 in the morning, and he kept taking Oreos and whipping them at the wall.
It was a mess. It was a mess.
He kept asking the one girl to play chess.
Oh, okay.
You're like, let's go play chess.
What?
I don't want to say
you're
the name.
lying.
I swear, Joey.
No, I
dead ass.
haven't. You're
Yeah.
Dead ass.
You were talking to Kate's friend, and you're like, let's go play chess. Let's go play chess in there.
And she was
she's
laughing.
Like,
she was like,
she knew you were under the influence, so she was like laughing. But if you're sober, you probably had a good shot.
Do not remember this.
you
Oh
were
my
like,
god.
let's go play chess.
We
Because
didn't
then-
expect you to.
and
This
then
sounds
what-
like a joke because I like chess. Like that's why I'm actually confused.
So
What do we do after
maybe
it?
maybe he actually wants to play chess, guys.
Yeah, maybe it wasn't any sex.
Maybe we
debates.
just found something out here.
Where do we go after that? After Joey was doing the chess thing, we went somewhere with a YouTuber to a coffee place for the
Why did you
YouTuber.
just saying it?
I want to see if you guys knew.
Yeah, we know, Nick. Just say
We
it.
went to Starbucks at St. Paul, and he gave us some tea on O2L. Just kidding. I don't think we talked about O2L.
All right, so back to the man of the hour, Joey Gatto. So Joey, you didn't get to play chess that night. You did play chess a ton of other nights with some YouTubers. So why don't you give us one name of one YouTuber you had sex with?
No, this is.
Give us one you've hooked up with, kissed.
All
You
right,
don't-
here with this. I saw your list of people you're gonna ask me about later. We'll just say that it's one of them,
Okay.
Yeah, it's one
so
of
people
it,
can guess.
yeah, we'll say right now
Yo,
for
it's
the record.
legit in a song I wrote.
It is?
There's a song coming out that calls out 3 of them because it worked really well with the song.
Wait,
you
hold
say
on.
their names in a song?
Their first names.
What'd you say?
Well, we'll find
When the
out.
song
No,
comes
could
out.
you rap the lyric at least?
No, because then it would be me literally saying it.
So okay, so Joey obviously is not gonna tell us. Can you tell us a YouTuber you kissed, but that's all? Can you give us something?
He's not gonna.
Just
Okay,
kiss.
okay.
Maybe like in a bathroom at like
VidCon.
VidCon.
With
Halsey was there. I mean, like
Halsey was there.
Halsey was there.
That
We
was
can
in
talk about that.
Halsey's.
With Jonah, maybe.
In Halsey's apartment, Sparty was there.
Smarty Dave was there.
I was trying to get. I'm not going there. I was gonna say something. No, Joan and Halsey were romping.
we gotta get Jonah
Yeah,
on,
we'll
and
get
the whole
Jonah.
episode just gonna be about Halsey.
Okay, so tell us the person you kissed her. If you don't want it, it's okay. But everyone's gonna think you're a bitch. So just tell us. Smoke
I
weed?
feel like that one's really weird to
Okay,
say
don't say it.
because of.
Yes. Okay.
See the one at the VMA thing? Remember that?
Okay.
He doesn't want to say it still. He's like lips are
He
quivering.
wants to, I think.
Don't say it, Joey. It's okay. Adam, smoke weed. Adam, smoke weed. Fine, because you're my friend. Oh, Joey, tell us one name of a girl you kissed once. No, because we're not really friends.
How pissed would you be if one of us blurted it out? I'm not saying we're gonna do that. How
I
pissed
probably
would
wouldn't be that pissed.
Okay.
I just feel like
you don't want them to find
Okay,
out.
Sal Volcano.
no. I just feel like if I was like one of the girls like watching this, like I would feel super uncomfortable.
How many of them are gonna sit through a 2-hour podcast? Give me that.
None.
I
but
mean, for not another
but like, what if
serious
someone just
podcast.
meets them and is like, oh, like Joey said, like you guys hooked up
True.
on a podcast. Like what?
Yeah, I feel we should probably let you say it right now.
Alright, yeah. Okay, fine, Joey. You know what? Honestly, just tell us.
No, we'll just say I think it's fair to say that it is one of the girls that we say later in the show. We're gonna be talking later in the show about. We're gonna be listing a bunch of YouTubers.
Yeah.
We're gonna be listing a bunch of
Something check
YouTubers
us.
and Joey giving a quick opinion on them as a kind of like a speed round.
Yeah.
So it'll be one of those girls.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's okay.
That's all you need to know.
What it comes down to is Joey's doesn't produce and he's a big bitch. Okay, you know what? We planned this whole podcast and we flew him out here, and the least he could do.
I drove here in the most terrifying weather.
Oh yeah, prove it, Einstein.
Wait,
Okay,
The
brother
emergency
stories?
flood alert from earlier.
So Joey also has some Eskimo brother stories with Jonah. They both cross paths
Oh
down the
my
road.
God.
But we're gonna get to that on Jonah's podcast because maybe he'll tell us something. Because he's a real friend.
Listen, Jonah has the balls to tell us. I don't think Joey does.
I think Fal will get on and tell us even because she has the balls.
She might.
So okay, so let's go to our game we like to call
Something shit on YouTubers.
Okay.
No. So this portion we don't have a name yet, but we will think of a name. What we're gonna do, like I just said before, it's kind of a speed round. We're just gonna rail off a bunch of YouTubers. Adam, Nick, and I have just in our head.
We're not gonna rail them. Joey already railed them.
4 of them.
So we're just gonna list a bunch of YouTubers. Joey's gonna say if they're cool, if they're a dick, why. So that
Okay.
it's very quick, Joey.
I've been looking forward to this part of the podcast.
Don't spend more than 30 seconds on one YouTuber.
I might not spend more than 5.
We're
Okay.
not gonna read all the hookup girls.
We just want to say first thing that comes to Joey's mind, and we'll elaborate a little bit if it needs elaboration.
And for the record, he did not hook up with all of these girls. He might not even hooked up with more than one. So don't get that in your
Don't
head.
assume things.
Yeah, this is random.
Very random.
Okay, so Joey, let's start the list. First up, Arden Rose.
I like Arden. I like I think she makes like a good effort to like make cool videos, and I think her and Will are super cute. And
Would you smash
together, I would smash Will.
Okay, that's it. That's all you get. That's all you get.
And time's up.
Gen X Pen.
Gen X Pen
Honest opinion, Joey.
is somebody hair. Like, yo, I feel like Jen's been making videos.
Next question is.
Wait, hold on. Do you think Jen's a good YouTuber?
I don't like her videos. Jen is somebody who's been making the same kind of video for a long time, and I feel like one day she's gonna be so bored of it, even if she's making a ton of money.
Unless she's already bored
So
of
like,
it.
I hope she finds
Poetry?
like something to like put her heart into.
Okay,
You're
cool.
done.
Okay, cool. Meg DeAngelis.
Maybe baby Tumblr herself.
What about the camera story? You asked her for a camera?
Oh, in 2013, like when we first met, like the day after we first met, she DM'd me about like advice for getting a camera because I had like told her I knew about cameras. I responded to that DM 4 years later. Like just a few months ago, I found the DM and I never responded to it, and I thought it was really funny.
Did she respond to that?
She was like, she just responded like, "What?" Like that was 4 years ago.
All right. Sam Pez. Real quick.
I'm proud of her for going back to school.
Cool. Alicia V.
Licia Faith, been following her.
All I can think about is the joke.
I love Austin's laughing in the background.
All right, no, come on, give us an honest opinion. I'm a joker.
I've been following Licia Faith on Instagram for a while now, and I leave very flirtatious comments on her Instagram
You never met?
because I think she's really pretty.
Can you give us like a little example of one? Like pretend Adam is Licia
Yeah.
Faith's picture. Just say what you want.
Come on, bitch.
I just say things like "fuck" or like
Oh, wow.
Okay.
Flame emoji, flame emoji, flame emoji.
I don't
At
fuck with
Machoka
emojis. We'll talk
DJ.
about this later. I hate emojis. I don't really use emojis.
Wow, yeah, college boys don't use emojis. Okay, Hoodie Allen.
Recently found out he graduated from UPenn, which is dope, but he's a shitty rapper.
Okay, Sarah Baska.
Yo, like, other than Rebecca, like, coolest girl on YouTube and like very good friend of mine.
You mean behind
relative to
Nerber.
YouTube.
And Rebecca.
Yeah.
Yeah, okay, Alexa Losi.
Alexa Losi and I Alexa and I had beef for a while, but now we're cool. But she still thinks I don't like her. And Alexa, if you're watching this, like, we are cool. I do like you. Let's go to like
Medieval times.
what is like? Let's go to Crave. You took me to Crave for the first time.
Right.
I love. Can I say one more thing about Alexa?
Yeah.
Alexa collabed with me. I had like 10,000 subscribers. She didn't care. Like she's cool. She's cool for that.
And you guys didn't hook up, correct?
No.
Okay, just major. Rebecca Black.
Rebecca's a real one. Download her new song September 1st.
That's all you have to say. You like talk to her about Rebecca. You talk her up. She's like one of your best friends. And all you have to say is she's a real one.
She is. Rebecca is like a New York soul living in LA. She's like not stuck up and like actually has a talent unlike most of the kids out there. And I think we've always just gotten along very easily. Like I don't know what to say.
Okay.
Like if you ask me about like you, I wouldn't know what to say. I'd just be like, oh, like Adam's like a really great guy. Like we talk all the time.
Yes. Prank Invasion.
Prank Invasion is the biggest piece of shit fuck who should fucking die. I really despise Prank Invasion. I think he's the scum of the fucking internet.
And can we tell the story about how he wanted to fight you?
Yes.
Really
Yeah, yo.
quick?
So basically, I've sent out some tweets about Prank Invasion in the past, just about like he's a piece of shit, scummy fucking dude, and he blocked me.
Yeah.
And then I don't know, I saw him at Playlist, and he was pointing to me with his boys, and they were like laughing, like that's the guy, you know. I was like, oh shit. I don't know if he really wanted to
Were you
fight.
about to throw down?
I don't know if he really wanted to fight, but in that moment, I was like, if he wants hands,
You
like,
think you
I'm
could fuck
so
him up?
down. Yes, I would take the bracelets off his fucking wrist and choke him.
My bracelets.
Do you think there's a reason he didn't come up to you and attack?
Yeah, the bracelets were
The bracelets are... All right, Adam, you got more?
I got one more. Then I want you guys to
Okay.
go. Okay. So Bart Balderlawn.
Bart and I had a nice phone call back in 2013. I think it was Bart. Somebody from MagCon.
Yeah, it was.
That ended,
wasn't Bart.
you ended in you ruining SBK?
Yeah, I mean, long story short, it was like, hey, we'll pay you guys each $1,000 each to go in a flight. Then he was like, now it's $500. Now it's $200. Now it's just a flight. Now it's no flight. You have to fly yourself, but you can come. Now only you and Ryan can come.
Jonah.
No, I think it was Ryan.
Sure.
That was what happened with MagCon. I eventually said, okay, fuck off.
So we're supposed to be on that.
So you and Ryan could have been MagCon boys.
He brings it up to me like once a month. He's like, yeah, we fucked up.
No, that's okay.
So-
That's my list. No, you have anyone?
All right, I'm gonna start off with fuck Nick, you go.
I got one. Jesus Christ, guys. You both went over too. David Graham.
Oh, that's a good one.
David Graham and I grinded, and that's an experience I'll never
Talk about it.
tell him. What else? I think it was a Jason Derulo song.
Okay, Nerber XO.
Nerber XO is another real one. As a beauty vlogger, I like reached out to early on in my career. My second collab ever
Okay,
after Brizzy Voices.
So it's your call.
Tila Dunn.
Tila Dunn is just fucking like embarrassing. Like I deleted my collab with her. I was so embarrassed. It was on my channel.
Fun fact: Adam and I did a collab with her and never saw the light of day.
Yeah. Why do you? Okay. We'll all give our opinion on Tila, and we don't like. It's not spilling the tea because we're grown men and we don't spill tea. We're just being honest about her. Joey, why don't you like Tila, and why is she the spawn of Satan?
I wouldn't call her the spawn of Satan. She just is like if you could wrap up a little LA girl in a little pill and take it, you just like shit out like Instagram filters.
Okay, now
God.
how about her mom Chauncey?
Chauncey the rapper. No,
We can tell a story about Chauncey trying to kill you.
basically, this was right when Like That by Jack and Jack came out, like a month after. I love that song, right? And anyone watching this has probably heard this story before, but so whatever. We're doing an interview with Shira Lazar on a side stage at the DigiFest NYC where Demi Lovato and Jack were headlining. I didn't really care about Demi. I was so geeked to see Jack and Jack do Like That live. Like, it's not a joke. I don't really like their other music. I love that song. I think that song is awesome. So, when we're on stage, obviously, old Savage Joe is being a fucking asshole. And every time Shira asked me a question, she'd be like, Joey, like, what's, like, your favorite thing about, like, YouTube? And I'd be like, probably Skate's verse and Like That. She'd be like, great, Joey, can you twerk? I'd be like, I only do things that Skate does during his verse and Like That. So everything I said to her was about Skate's verse and Like That. So then, who's up next for her interviews? Tila strolls up to the stage with her mom, and we were cool with Tila.
Can I just put a little, like, a side note? This is, like, SDK's planned, like, thing, so the only people around the stage were the SDK fans at the time.
Yeah, it was like 100, like, very hardcore SDK fans.
Yeah, well, we were guys on YouTube. I feel like Tila's, like, been friends with, I'm not trying to be a jerk. She's been friends with a lot of different people on YouTube. I feel like she makes her already friends with them, be friends with them. She plays the game.
Yeah.
She plays it hard. So, like, she was friends with a lot of different people, and at this point, she was still friends with
You know what
SDK.
she was a big, like, a real fan of? Demi Lovato. Like, she would send me texts about my vlog channel videos. She
They
thought
were
so
very
funny.
good. Honestly, I'm not even gonna lie. Like, Demi Lovato was a fun
I
channel.
do feel kind of bad that, like they negatively heard she was a really fan of your vlogs. Like, it's kind of nice, actually.
So,
It's really nice.
I'm on stage, and I gesture for her to come on stage because I had a serious, pressing question to ask her. So she comes on stage, and I'm like, Tila, what was your favorite part of Skate's verse in Like That? She's like, what?
It's a legitimate. I mean, the easy answer is met a bad biddy
You
from
can
the
say
state
it
of
in
Mississippi. It's easy. Hey,
Yeah. So I start a fake fan chant, and
and
the
everyone
whole-
joins in.
It felt like a million people to her, you know, because it was all SDK fans. Like, just like, she wasn't there for the rest of the interview. So to her, like, she was getting bullied, she thought.
No, well, for an LA person, like a super LA
Yes.
person like that, that's like the worst nightmare ever. Is people like, it wasn't hating, it was just when you're put on the spot like that, it's a tough situation.
Like, I didn't think anything of it because in context with the rest of the interview, like, it was just like, you know, whatever. But in hindsight, like, if I would have come up on stage and answered a question wrong and had the whole crowd chant at me and I was somebody who cared about things like that, like, I get it. So, like, I didn't even know what was going on, like, why she was so freaked out. And, like, her mom, like, cursed me the fuck out. And, like, I don't know, because I was too busy trying to apologize to her because she stormed off the stage furious.
No, but she didn't storm off first.
she
Before
tried
she stormed
starting
off,
Shady's channel.
she went to the crowd and goes, she went, she went to the crowd and looked at Joey and goes, Shady! And she kept saying it over and over, and nobody
didn't work.
joined in. And it was her yelling Shady, doing a chant alone. I remember putting my
That was the worst part.
I remember putting my hand in my face and cringing so hard because it was so. We all were secondhand embarrassed for her because she was doing a chant by herself.
She had three options there: from best to worst, laugh it off. Second best, leave the stage in embarrassment, a la Owen DeCarmo. and her third option, which was by far the worst option, was trying to counter chant him in a crowd, in a hostile SDK crowd.
No, in her head, I'm Tila done. I get what I want. And then you just hear, like, everyone loves me.
So she thought in a crowd that was chanting at her, where they were like, King Joey, she just failed miserably. It made it 10 times worse, and it made her even more embarrassed. And Chauncey Dunn saw that as Joey, like, if Joey just, like, went up to her and punched her in the face. That's what went on in Chauncey's head. But in reality, Joey was just a big Skate fan, because I think at this point in time, Joey did have a Skate autograph on his arm.
Don't come to a bomb fight with a gun. That's all I'm saying.
True.
Like,
Yes.
Joey standing up there with the Skate tattoo. He wanted to know a question, and I mean, I'm not defending Joey because we are referring to him as a different Joey. It's in Savage Joey.
Yeah.
But
It wasn't that savage, though. He was really
pretty
just
fun.
poking fun
It was
at her.
it was.
She was just
But
so
it wasn't even
dumb.
hostile. It wasn't hostile though. It wasn't in a way that he wanted it to be. I'm talking about him like he's not
It
right
was
here.
like playful.
Yeah, it was kind of
It
just like
really
a funny
didn't-
thing.
Like, I felt bad because, like, I knew what that meant to her, and it was so not
But
malicious.
also, you
on
had
my
no
part.
idea that she wasn't gonna know any of the lines. And like, it was a huge song at the time. Like, for someone who plays the game as hard as she does, and like, I respect her grind and I respect that game. Like, she should like. How do you not know that? Like,
I cringe
Yeah.
out so much at Teal the Done, man. I'm sorry.
All
Just,
right, give me another YouTube, Rob. Where we got.
Yeah.
oh yeah, we're all right. Okay.
she's done.
All right. Frankie Grande.
Frankie Grande gave me a big hug one time, and I had glitter all over my body.
Yo, you wouldn't be the first, my
Yeah,
guy.
you weren't the first, and you won't be the last.
Did he like try to fuck Steve?
I don't know. No, he went up to. No,
Wasn't it
that
Eric who
wasn't.
texted him?
No,
Eric? Okay. Can we tell a quick story? But we were all, you weren't there. I think you was Joey there? Yeah, you were. You were in the picture. You were in the second picture. We were all in a New York City hotel room one night, and our friend Eric Pretzel, who's a part of East Coast, wanted Frankie to come to the hotel. So we took a picture. We're like, all the guys get in the bed, and every man in the room got in the bed. Eric posed for a picture. There's like 12 guys in Frankie's phone, deep in the depths, are now a selfie of all of us enticing him to come to the room. What are we gonna do if Frankie came? What will we have
I
done?
don't know, 30-some? Like, I don't think there's any
I
other
think-
option.
yeah, I
at
think
that
that
At
point.
least
was
a 14 something. Yeah.
okay. How about O2L? Go down the line.
Yes.
Connor.
Connor, always very nice to me, even though we never like. Honestly, I'll never forget one time we were like checking in at playlist, and Connor came up to me and he was like, "I was watching some of your videos today. They're really funny." I think that's the only conversation we've ever really had, but that stuck with me. I was really nice to him.
Yeah. Do you like his art?
Do you like his art?
Mhm.
I don't think I've
paintings.
ever seen a full Connor painting,
You haven't
and that's not
No.
because I don't like
His
him.
paintings.
I didn't even know he painted.
He
I
doesn't
don't-
paint. He
He
doesn't.
doesn't paint.
He's
Adam
got
is making that up.
He has everything. He's like doing his art. Everything's arty. He's had to paint at least one picture in the last 6 months.
Ricky Dillon.
Is he
Ricky?
Tuesdays?
Yeah.
He was Tuesdays.
Ricky's a sweetheart. I love Ricky. And fuck, what was the line from his song?
Met a bad baby from the
No,
Oh no.
I don't give a what.
I don't give
I
a
don't
what.
give a what. I don't give a what is my answer.
No, I just want to throw that in. Like, I think Ricky is one of the most genuine people on YouTube.
Yeah.
Like, legit.
No one's kinder to the smaller YouTubers than Ricky.
Yeah,
He's his
absolutely.
Size. Like,
Um,
he like takes care of you.
Tila would have to bake a different.
Okay, Wednesday, Tila.
No, Sam Potter.
Who
Sam
was
Potter.
Wednesday?
Sam Potter.
Yeah, of course you don't remember.
That's another
him.
one who was like with us like from the beginning.
Yep.
I remember him and JC like slept over my dad's house that one time, and then we did that O2L video with the milk challenge.
No, you mean
Um,
Sam slept over your dad's house with the metallic
Yo, I
silver
forgot
shorts.
about that. I'll never forget. All right, my dad was like super like old school like homophobic kind of guy, and like he was like 70 and like in the war and a cop. Like he's Italian, like you know, like he was just raised to think like what manly men are supposed to be. So whatever. So who's the guy who does the songs in real life? Steve Cardinal. We were at Digitour, and Steve Cardinal had given Sam this pair of sparkly silver like booty shorts.
Yeah, like short shorts.
And we're all in my room, and for whatever reason, Sam is only wearing these shorts, no shirt, nothing else. So my dad comes up to the room to see what's going on, and he's like, he looks at Sam, he's like, "Are you fucking naked right now?" And Sam goes, "No," and he pulls off the blanket,
Which
that
was worse.
covering his
Which was
lap,
worse.
and it was just sparkly booty shorts. And my dad, he was speechless. He went,
He just turned around.
Okay.
um,
Who else is that? Oh, JC.
JC is my boy. I love JC.
You ever
I think
smoke
he's
him
a lot
out?
of fun. Yeah, definitely.
You ever smoke his sausage?
What?
All right. Who's Friday?
Trevor.
Trevor.
Trevor made the greatest song in YouTuber history of Echo. So obviously I worship him.
Okay, and last but not least, Kian.
Ricardo. Oh, whoa. You were totally different.
Awkward.
I don't think
Uh,
Kian likes me.
Yeah.
Really?
Why?
I don't know.
I've
Him
known
and I
out.
have never
Do you think
like,
it was?
clicked.
Do you think it dates back to when you took Andrea Russell on stage at DigiFest 2013 and told her she had a nice booty?
Wow, man, you remember some shit about my life.
I think that was it.
believe it.
That might have been it.
I asked him about that beforehand though, and he thought it was funny.
Did he really?
But did he-
But maybe not.
But then it
He
wouldn't
didn't want to
happen.
be
It
like
was
a
like, oh
crush
shit.
boyfriend.
Yeah, man.
Question here. Who's all right? Who's the hottest YouTuber in your book?
The hottest.
Joey, do not give a different answer that you always give us.
Yeah. That's all we want.
He knows who we want.
I gotta think.
No, you don't have to do
No,
it.
that's not true. Like when I say that, obviously, like I don't mean that.
He's a liar.
Liar.
Plans for hire. Let me tell you.
Yeah, this would be the first
The
one.
hottest? Man, that's
Us?
tough.
Man,
You guys.
You said man. No, seriously,
Can you give me YouTubers? I really will answer that. Just I have to think about it.
Hot or not? Wait, so you
No,
want us
we're
to
not-
give you
we're
girl
not doing
YouTubers
hot
and
or
hot or
We're
not?
just
No,
doing
no.
the regular YouTuber game.
Okay.
Graveyard Girl.
I don't know anything about her. Like I don't know what.
All right,
to
how's
say.
this podcast gonna wrap up?
Yeah, let's. I think
Okay.
we can wrap it
I
up.
think the final question. Mine in the chat I've been reading. I probably read like 40 to 50 comments about it. What really happened in Hawkeye Showdown? Like, just explain. Just what happened? What the fuck, Joey? You were the front runner in my mind, and then here comes this little guy called Charlie Puth.
Yo,
Ryan,
Ryan said, okay, we got a viewer question. Thank you, Ryan's Average Vlogs.
don't even. I'm not gonna answer.
He said, nicest personality in YouTube.
The Hawkeye Showdown is the biggest regret of my life. I mean it. That's something I probably can't get taken off the internet. And when I apply to jobs in the future, what the fuck?
Joey, you're a YouTuber. You don't need a job. Okay. I think on that note, we can end this this 2-hour fuck fest of us bashing.
Was it 2 hours?
Get a chance to see
Wow.
more.
Should we give a couple? Yeah, chat.
Yeah,
Or
we
no?
should get to the channel, right?
All right, fine, yeah, guys.
Just to reward the people that
viewer
have been here.
questions.
Before, okay, so right now, what we're gonna do, all of you people who are in the chat, like, there's been a good amount of you.
Yeah.
We've had 100 for the past like 30 minutes or so. So any of you guys or any brewing questions, don't like no stupid fucking questions. I'm sorry. Just good, I
I'll
want
answer your other
juicy
questions.
stuff that we haven't thought of that has been on your mind since you started watching Joey. That's like, you know what? I really think that I need this question answered right now.
No one explain
But
how to find us.
but yeah, while you guys
I'll
are
answer.
while you guys are asking questions, I want to touch on this. If you came in midway through the chat, if you came in at a certain time, if someone told you about it and you're just coming in now, broadcast when we're finished with it, or you can go on our SoundCloud, which is
Shut the
soundcloud.com/not
fuck up with your promo.
another serious podcast, and it'll be up there probably tonight or tomorrow morning. So
I'm not even gonna give you mono audio.
yeah, so you could just listen to it all in one ear. That's cool.
Also subscribe to this, right? Because
Yeah.
that's what we're gonna be doing. We're gonna interview Ryan, Josh Sobo, Chomic,
Nerber,
probably Jonah. Who
Tila.
else can we interview? Really, we don't
No,
know.
we're gonna try to get any YouTuber that can.
Davino.
Yeah, we'll
Yeah,
honestly we want to get any YouTuber who has something good to tell.
Okay,
Any
so
all right.
YouTube.
all right, let's start with
Wait,
the
I
question.
want to answer a question from before.
the girl you fucked.
No, who I think is the hottest.
Okay, give us a joke.
I don't know if she's the hottest, but I'll say that, like, from an objective standpoint, the girl I've had the crush on the longest is Andrea.
Okay.
Okay.
Cool. Okay, first question. When can we expect music from you?
Oh, the guy who mixes my stuff is also like an engineer, and he's got this big project. He's like building a school, but that project's done in like a week, and then he's gonna mix my song, and then I'm gonna post it. So
Okay, cool.
it's called I Can Do Both. It's about my desire to be a rapper and a student researcher person.
Okay, cool. Can they expect you to upload again? Or are you done uploading on your channel? Or
I'm gonna upload a video soon about the research I did over the summer and the NSF program, and I'm gonna start uploading like just videos I want to make. Like I want to build a smart mirror. Like you take like a two-way mirror and a screen, and I can like program the screen to like pop up with like your calendar. I could like recognize your face, show your schedule, stuff like that. So I'm gonna like build stuff like that.
Awesome.
And show how to make it.
Yeah, no, that's. I'm glad you're making stuff you like, but not only that, but it can actually like influence people with their intelligence. Because I feel like there's a lot of people who watch YouTube just for shits and giggies.
Mhm.
So it's good.
Somebody said something about your workout videos you once made. Can we touch up on that?
Yeah, I got paid pretty well to make some stupid workout videos, like videos of me doing push-ups somewhere on the internet.
Okay.
Wow. and like talking about how I think Yoplait yogurt is unhealthy. I remember saying that in the video.
They made you say that?
No, I had to give like health tips and stuff.
Okay, did you ever, what was the highest paid brand deal you got thus far?
It was $5,000.
You almost had one for a lot more, right?
Yeah, I actually don't know what company it was with, but I got a call for something that was for $60,000, and I was driving, and I swear to God, I almost crashed my car.
Yeah, lucky for no one, he didn't.
This was the call. It was like, "Hey Joey, we have a potential brand deal. We just want to know if you'd be interested. How much is it?" And you're like, "Well, it's like they told me the number," and I was like, "You want to know? You called to see just if I'd be interested? Like, why are you wasting time talking to me? Like the hard things I would do for that amount of money."
Ryan knows. Yeah,
Okay.
I think it was the same.
Ryan doing
Okay, so, least favorite collab that you've made, I guess? That's a good question.
Other than the Tila one I already addressed, least favorite collab.
Was it what shit sports fans don't say?
Probably cross-dressing with Alexa Losey was a video I made.
Oh yeah, hype her up and then bring her down. Okay, she's gonna watch this and be like, "I'm not going to Craig with you ever."
It's just a horrible title.
Yeah.
No, shit sports. No one just said this. Shit.
Shit
I was
sports
so
fans don't
not-
say.
Yeah, that too. I was like so not PC in my early days of YouTube. It's horrible.
Yeah, it's so sweet of you to be such a Mike Pence fan.
What is the juiciest drama from Press Play?
David and Joey hooked up once hard.
No,
they just grinded. I'm sorry.
Least favorite song I've made and favorite. Am I including like the stupid songs?
Roll it.
Oh my god! Can I tell that story real quick?
Nah, because one of them.
No,
Okay.
I definitely Roll It is definitely the worst song.
Can you body roll right now for me?
Roll It. And then the best, my favorite is probably Back to You.
Which is your favorite joke song? Like
Favorite
comedy
joke song?
that you made? Not to just perform.
Oh,
like just,
definitely the Christmas one.
Okay, cool.
I still listen to that sometimes during the year.
Your life is sad. Okay, so let me touch about you. That was invasive. Follow me on Twitter.
Wow.
Oh my god!
Michael J. Fox.
I think the best part of that song was saying everyone should follow me on Twitter except you, Rebecca Black. You ruined the fucking internet. And then it ended up the only person from that song that you ended up communicating with. And now it's
you remember things from my life that I just.
You know why? That's why no one make a good husband for a few months till he cheats with your sister. Okay,
True.
Dude, say, well, remember Christmas is an AK-47. The SDK is gonna make some videos soon, right? Is that true or false?
Calm down.
Well, no one being
I'm down. Like you had to ask him. Like it was like, do you wanna?
Yeah, I know, right? Like he's so committed. Yeah, just because you're committed to science and you can't commit to your friends.
Okay, let's talk about the girl Joey hooked up with. That he was gonna tell us at the end.
No, we
I
said
never
it was
said
one
that.
of the people that we said. In
Oh,
the
Hoodie Allen, everyone knows
It
now.
was Hoodie.
We should talk about who we're gonna get in the podcast real quick too, right?
Yeah, we have some next week. So we're doing, for those of you who don't know, we talk about this at the end of our Big Brother podcast, but we do Big Brother recaps after every episode for those of you who like the TV show Big Brother. We have Ryan coming on, not Jonah, we haven't talked to Jonah yet. Ryan coming on, Josh Sobel coming on, Showman coming on. So we're going to talk to them about like pretty unfiltered, exact kind of what we talked to Joey about. So stay tuned for those. We should kind of eventually maybe pick a specific date for these. I like Tuesdays, probably not, but we'll keep you guys posted with that.
Tuesday's a good TV night.
Is this it? Are we wrapping up after 2 hours?
Somebody said, "What don't you like about me?" That was a good one.
I think could I answer this one? I don't know why I started answering. I'm sorry.
Because it's a fun question to answer.
Kissing people on the cheek. I think that was so cringy and very uncomfortable for both parties.
But you could have said now.
You see,
I
I think honestly,
I felt bad.
I didn't have a least favorite part, but whenever all of us were together doing a meet and greet, we always kind of made it fun for us.
July 4th.
We would literally just do things to make it fun for us. Because at the end of the day, it's for the people who watch us, which is awesome. But to make it like fun and like, because it's a long process. It's a very long process, and naturally, anything that's super long and doing the same thing over and over and over again,
Yeah.
the best part was the conversation. But like, it was cool to be all together. When we weren't all together, it was a lot tougher. But yeah, I think just being together was cool. Like,
Yeah, because it brings up the point like at the end of it when you're exhausted, you kind of have to. You feel bad if you're not like excited to see that
Yeah.
person. I think someone's.
It is very it is
Like,
very
correct?
tiring.
Yeah, we're gonna have questions.
Yeah.
Oh, I was gonna say about meet and greets, like having to be like a fucking beaming ray of sunshine the whole time, because like people used to say I was mean because like they come up to me and be like, oh my gosh, like Joey, like I drove like 473 fucking hours to get here through the
Yeah.
snow.
Yeah.
And like I fucking ran over a deer on the way here just to see you. And like I'd be tired or whatever, or I would just be my normal self and I'd be like, oh dope. Like thanks.
Yeah.
But like if I wasn't like as excited as they want, I would get tweets that like I was being an asshole. And I'm
Remember
like,
that
how
thing-
was I not? I was like, how to be an asshole?
2013. Remember when Joey we all like partied kind of before one of the DigiFests, and you went outside and someone like there was a bunch of tweets about like, oh my god, the SDK was drunk. You don't remember this? Nobody remembers
Vaguely,
this?
yeah.
You and Joe.
Got drunk. We were drunk.
We were all drinking. We drank. I think we just turned 21 the weekend before, but just a quick story.
Joey literally only promoted Jen and Lauren's movie to me at Playlist.
Wasn't that movie win an Oscar?
Yeah, I won a couple
It
Oscars.
won multiple.
Oh, well, for like best supporting actor, best actress, like best supporting role in a movie. Again, they won 2 of the same one at the same night. So I think we've covered a lot, don't you guys? It's been over 2 hours.
Yeah, I think we're good.
Where do you see the time?
It is about 2 hours.
Well, it says right here. It says an hour and 55 minutes since we started recording.
Jesus
So,
Christ.
so yeah.
that was fun. So Joey,
I
thanks
guess
so
if we learn
much.
one thing from today.
Wow, that's not happening. So hey, thanks for coming on. We'd love to have you back in the future, and you could rip Tila Dunn more. You could also maybe tell us that you've about a few of the YouTubers you kiss. But I guess that looks like we'll never learn that. So
That'll be the name of the next podcast with Joey.
Yes.
Who did Joey Gatto kiss?
And then it'll be-
It was so obvious.
and then I'll make a yeah. Well, we started hysterically laughing at one of them, and we'll make a thumbnail of you like this, and there'll be no girl there, and it'll be a question mark. So yeah, Joey, thanks so much for coming on. Not another serious bugs. How do you feel to be the first guest?
I have to say, I'm truly honored.
You want to go have some coffee and film some Man TV vlogs?
It's not gonna happen.
Yes to the first part.
Okay. So we're gonna go chill and have a good time with the bros.
Jabronis.
We just want to say thanks for watching and always eat your cereals.
Go follow us on SoundCloud.com.
And subscribe to this channel.
Subscribe to this channel.
Right there.
Subscribe to this channel. Tell your friends all the juicy stuff that we talked about, and subscribe to our SoundCloud. Subscribe to our
If
SoundCloud.
anyone wanted to make like an offer to buy the SDK Twitter or YouTube channel for like some good money, I think we'd be open to selling it because we don't care anymore.
So if any of you guys are super rich, hit us up.
Yeah, somebody.
Not Nolan though, because I'm excluded from this.
Yeah,
Anyway.
sure, not get money. But all right, thanks guys so much, and we'll see you tomorrow. If anyone watches Big Brother, we're gonna do Big Brother recap tomorrow. So if you want to come and join us, cool. If not, have a good evening.
Thank you
Yes.
guys.
Thanks, guys. Bye
See
bye.
ya.
Bye bye.
Peace in the streets,
Cool.
son.
Oh, it's not.
Guys,
It's
look,
broadcast, guys.
look,
Broadcast.
look,
Hold
look,
on.
look, look.
Bye.